You know, before YouTube fucked it all up, I had the greatest job in the world, opening for Hypnocast every night.
But then we got the call, and YouTube hammered us for Moxie's tits.
So now I'm jobless and broke with nowhere to go.
Your phone ringing.
Oh,
Your
the phone is ringing.
Big boy, come pick up your phone. How you know pick up your phone?
Hello, this is the Gopher. Who is it?
Hello, Gopher. The time is now. Hypnocast Season 3 is here, and we want you back.
Holy shit, boys, we are back in business. That son of a bitch is gonna scream any minute now. Let the show begin.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Probably all agree you can't cut 12-year-old Timmy's cock off.
Yeah. I like how you said cut for like half a second.
Yeah. Well, yeah, cut and cock, and it came out cuck, and yeah, that's. Whoops! Oh fuck! Oh no! Mistakes were made.
He's been waiting in the shadows patiently.
I just smashed JT the fuck out of this.
Your face is turning red.
Yeah, because I know that the next SNH I'm gonna be fucked.
Oh yeah.
But at least I
with a
won't be
horse
fucked.
cock.
That's an unknown part of the map, so I didn't see it yet. Could I survive if I jump? Nope. Nope. Nope.
America the greatest country in the world?
No.
If you were offered a one-way ticket to leave the country, never come back, but it's all expenses paid, would you accept that offer?
I don't think that I would leave. I wouldn't leave either.
Wow.
Oh, I just took it. I did that. I took it with me. Oh shit.
Yo.
It's always the black people holding everybody else down.
Time out. All right. You know what? Yeah. I'm going to bed. I'm tired. Tired of this shit. This communist ass game, whatever. This doesn't want
Somebody
me to play.
else got it. You didn't get it.
Yeah, it's just a lot of racism today. All right, y'all have fun. I'll just continue to watch and cope and see.
Sounds good.
Hey, look at this motherfucker pretending he's gonna watch more Stranger Things.
Yeah, you know he's gonna watch Stranger Things all day. Either that or like some game or something.
Doesn't mean I don't have my phone next to me. You know?
Watching porn.
That's tomorrow. Okay, bye.
MILF Hunters Part 14.
Now, Hypno, I could have hit you with a shuriken. I opted not to because I'm a good friend.
That's fucked up, you liar. You're a liar. You're an absolute liar. You're a liar. I knew it. Never trust white people.
Thank you, and I would have done it. You could have said thank you, and said like, yeah,
Because I knew you were gonna do it. All right. Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Hypnocast. That's right. We are live, boys. We are live. We're going to dive down the rabbit hole that is known as the internet. But before we do any of that, we have to bring it in close, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, listen. It's Friday. I don't want to hear this whole like, oh, I don't want to hug anybody, whatever, all this depression. I don't want to hear none of that shit. We are going to hug each other out right now. It is Friday. It's the best day of the week. Tomorrow is Saturday Night Hypnosis. We need to hug it out right now. So let's go. Hurry up. Get in here. And if anybody tries to escape the huddle, you need to grab them and bring them in here right now. Listen, this one right here, grab her, bring her in. This one right here, where is it? Yamato, grab him and bring him in. Bring him in. This one right here, Sable. Yeah, grab Sable, bring him in. Bring them in. Don't want no hugging. The gaming will bring them in. Let's go. Bring everybody in. Don't let them escape. And listen very closely. If you are watching over on YouTube, like the stream. Like it. Now. If you are watching over on Rumble, like the stream. If you are watching over on Twitter, like the post. And if you are watching anywhere else right now, you also blame my computer for Capcom being a piece of shit. So like the stream. Don't let it happen to you. Can I get a mic check, please? Mic check, titty check, balls check. What are we checking, boys? What are we checking today? Aside from me making my stream for later today, that is not going to be Resident Evil and is going to be the return of Neo 3 because I'm going to just go play a game that actually runs. So, yeah, tonight's stream is going to be Neo. It's not going to be Requiem, sadly. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for the people that were enjoying Requiem. I apologize, but got to do what I got to do. But what else are we checking? Fentanyl check, five crashes in 2 hours check, paycheck. Hey, he's got paycheck. Very nice. Where did it go? Paycheck. Very nice, man. Where the fuck is the poll check? Did I not make a poll? Did I not make a poll? Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Hold on. All right, I made a poll. It was always there. I don't know what you're talking about. The poll was there. Sonia's just lying. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. The poll was literally always there. Anyway, what else are we checking, boys? That's not Hypno check. You missed my check. No poll check. AMD is better than Intel CPU check. Pole dance check. Neo check. You did make a poll check. Paramount owners WB shows coping today check. Black Smash Street check. Capcom fucked up again check. Check the Pig of War. Crash Hypnotic. That's fucked up. Fuck Crapcom. Even Kata thinks Hypnotic is bugging out for not watching the Morbid Metal trailer check. I saw that on Twitter, by the way. That was hilarious. Capcom can't get shit done right check. Completely unbearable nuisance trash new Ubisoft game check. Rolled ankle check. Ow, that hurts. That hurts. I hope you didn't roll it that bad. That's painful. Ouch. Ouch. Bad Capcom PC port check. I agree with all of that. All right, guys, listen. Our ESG scores are at their maximum. We are indeed fully funded. Let's like the stream. Like it. Let's do the Bigot Army roll call, man. Who is in this chat right now? Who's hanging out with us on this glorious Friday? This amazing Friday. Who is hanging out with us today? We're actually going to be checking out the Pokemon Direct, by the way. We're going to be looking at the brand new Pokemon game because apparently the leaks were real. As they usually are, by the way. As they usually are. Who else is in here, man? We got OK Bro, 1239. Broken Rib Check? Jesus Christ, man. You guys, what are you guys, fighting every day? We got Raza rolling her fucking ankle. We got you with the broken rib. The fuck's going on, man? You guys fighting Mike Tyson out there or something? What's happening here? Zevin Cross, the legend. What's going on, brother? How are you doing, my man? We got Full Metal 921, the legend. What's going on, dude? How are you? Gaming Wolf 87, Monkey Man 04. We got Yamato 85. We got the voice in the water. We got Base Chicago. We got Zalosi. We got Creepier 07. Daniel Ocean. Base Chicago again. We got Lord Bowser II. I play on a potato PC. Yeah, right. If this is a potato PC, I can only imagine what a Premier PC would look like. We got Alucard. We got Blue Octopus. He's screaming at the top of her lungs. Says, okay, Goon Book time. Well, there you go. We got Tim Grove. We got Raza. We got Sable Phoenix. D-Draconic over on Rumble. We got VJ Tech. We got the voice in the water. Commander Sonok. 17 Crash Gaming informing everybody that he's here. What's going on? We got Panthera. Panthera is doing a Guy Kierman. Wait, what? Wait, now Panthera's hiding in the box now? What the fuck? Panthera, get out the box. You're not pulling a Guy Kierman where you're going to be hiding in the box now. Get out the box. Come on. Come on, don't do that. We got Sonia Lisette. What's going on, Sonia? We got MLW. We got Marius. We got Daniel Ocean. Nick Havoc. Matthew with the Hero Prees. We got Black Tailgate. We got Limitless Andre. Shinphil. We got John D. What's going on, dude? You got Anubis Hentai Hades. What's going on, man? We got Mr. Blue Cthulhu. What's going on, Mr. Blue? We got a kicking Danitz. What's going on, man? We're on DFK. Everybody look at the hat. Look at the hat. Everybody look at the hat right now. Come on, you got a couple of seconds. Look at the hat. We got Oliver Adams saying, presente. Welcome in, my man. We got Felstaff. Jay Sims. Infernal Hell Knight. Dietrich Connick on Rumble again. Dade 404. Old man Cad. Sonia is stressed. Oh, no. Oh, no. You got to de-stress. Oh, that's going to sound terrible. I was going to say you got to de-stress Sonia, but that sounds really, really bad. We got Genetic Explorer on Rumble. Says, upgrade your potato there, Hypno. Then you won't have as many problems with games. A 4090 is weak noob sauce. Oh, man. Gotta love it, man. Gotta love it. You got to love the Feltoning. We got OK, bro. 1239. We got Sanikin. What's going on, Sanikin? How you doing? We got Rudoka. Albert Bacon. Is it Albert Bacon or is it Albert Bacon? I know it's Albert Bacon, but Bacon just sounds so much cooler. Do you mind if I call you Albert Bacon? That's what it's going to be. It's going to be Albert Bacon. Shout out to Mr. Bacon. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. We got Mr. Melancholy. Kurakami over on Rumble. Fractal Mage. What's going on, man? We got Tuku Curry. Duck Fizzy. Romanizer 24. All right, 4 more people, boys. 4 more people, then we got to get on with the show, man. We got to hurry up. 4 more people. Let's go. Let's go. We got Joker with the many J's and a K. We got OK Bro again. We got Monkey Man 04, Zalosi, Matthew Watson, God of the Sea. We got Pizza Cat, Leet. Oh shit, Albert is new to the channel. Yo, that's awesome. He says like the pig. Yes. Albert Bacon. Welcome to everybody. Hey, everybody welcome Albert Bacon to the channel. You're going to say welcome, and then you're going to add a bacon emoji at the end. Welcome Albert Bacon to the channel, man. Shout out to you, brother. Welcome. Fresh meat. Literally fresh meat. We got, who else is here? Strider, Jinx Hand, the King Joker, and last but not least, we got, let me scroll down. Taffy over on Rumble. We got, let me scroll down. Time-bound Howler. We got, who else is here? Bebop. What's going on, Bebop? And we got Raven X over on Rumble. And, Let's go with Blue-Eyed Scorpio. What's going on, man? All right, boys, listen. And Danny Barton. I called out as many people as I possibly could. Let's sacrifice your fellow Bacon Army member, and let's see who's going to get the biggest money shot of the night, man. It's a Friday. It's a Friday. This is the biggest money shot of the week, okay? Saturday is when it gets a little bit weak. You start getting tired. But Friday is the biggest money shot of the week. Who's getting the final call out, boys? Who is going to get it? We got Voice of the Water says no Nintendo, yes to indie games. Defend against the money shot by Spirit Evolving with the human spirit of Steel into Mercuremon, then catching and redirecting it down by 4 with Generous Mirror. What the fuck? 1, 2, 3, 4. Why would you say that? Why would you say it's that time again? Why wouldn't you say it's that time again? Let me protect myself in my booty hole.
Holy shit.
Why would you say that? You mean to tell me you couldn't say that at any time before the money shot started? Oh my God, man. This is insane, bro. We're going to have to change the money shot. We're going to have to change the money shot. People have become so accustomed to it that now they thirst for it. And now they're just making it too easy. They're making it too easy. We're going to have to make something that people are going to want to deflect. Because people don't want to deflect the money shot anymore. This is insane, bro. Congratulations, Sanakin. You are the recipient of the money shot today.
What the?
This is unbelievable. We're gonna have to start figuring something out, man. People are getting too greedy out here, man. People getting too greedy out here. All right, guys, listen, we got a lot we got to talk about today. All right, we're gonna be talking about some of the main topics is gonna be Arc Raiders destroying Marathon coping about Arc Raiders still. We got a lot of news outlets are actually writing articles basically shitting on Marathon in a way. Although there are some that are desperately trying to make Marathon into the greatest thing ever. But we got some influencers that are actually pulling the meme. They're pulling the meme. I think the Burt Peanut was one of them. He was just like, Marathon's a really good game when you don't have people, telling you how bad it is in your ear. I'm like, dude, what are you reading articles or something? You sound like you just read off the article that the journalist wrote about Highguard. When they were like, Highguard's amazing when you don't have people saying bad things about it in your ear. It's like, all right, whatever. Anyway, so we're going to talk about that. We're also going to be talking about the God of War TV show. Because I got to be real with you guys. I saw the picture, and I believe you guys probably did too, but I saw the picture that's going around right now of Kratos and his son, and I thought it was fake. I thought it was a fake picture. I actually thought that it was an AI photo, and it very well could be an AI photo. But I got to tell you, if that's Kratos, and if that's his son, this is going to be an interesting time. What manner of basura is it? It's major basura. Okay, we're talking about maximum basura feltoning. That's how, like, it's fucking terrible. It's terrible. So we're gonna talk about it. We're gonna look at that and go over the God of War TV show. And we're also gonna be talking about Markiplier today, because Markiplier is feltoning Hollywood, and it's a beautiful thing. Yo, what's up, Gooch? I haven't seen you in a while. What's going on, Gooch? How you doing, my man? Hope you're doing well. We're gonna be talking about Markiplier today, and because what Markiplier has done against Hollywood is a very important thing for the overall indie scene when it comes to TV shows, films, and everything. It's very, very important. And it's so important that he's actually exposing Hollywood and exposing the people behind a lot of the big films over at Hollywood for completely ignoring him and not wanting to give him the time of day, even though now his film is currently at $50 million in the box office and growing. By the way, his film was made with $3 million. So even if you were to double that for marketing, which I don't think applies to this, but if you were to do that, that's a $6 million film that he made $50 million from. You cut that by half with the theaters taking their cut. That's still $25 million fucking dollars plus on a $3 million budget. It's unbelievable. Anyway, so we're definitely going to talk about it. We're going to see what he has to say about all of that nonsense. We are also going to talk about the apparent rumor that now apparently it was not Sony that said no to a Bloodborne remake. Apparently they said yes. But the ones who said no to a Bloodborne remake was actually From Software. They decided to turn it down, according to latest rumors. We'll talk about that. We're also going to talk about Embark apparently making a comment about how Arc Raiders was censored inside the chat of Bungie's Marathon. We'll have a conversation about that because it's hilarious. And obviously, we're going to do our waifu battle today because we couldn't do it before. So we're going to do our waifu battle today. And we're going to be checking out the Pokemon Direct. We got to check out the Pokemon Direct. The Pokemon Direct, I heard, I should say I saw, not heard. I saw Wizard reacting to some of it. I saw Leon talking about it. I saw basically all these guys talking about it. So I was like, you know what? We can react to the Pokemon Direct. We can see exactly how Pokemon's going to remain the same, even though they're going to pretend it's different. Let's check it out and see what it's got. So we got a lot we got to go over today, boys. But before we do any of that, we got to thank the people that took the extra step today. There was a lot of people that took the extra step. I appreciate you. We got to talk about the pre-stream legends. Thank you guys so much. If we get lucky, yesterday we got lucky, man. King Dimwing dropped 250 membership ultra mega hyper bangers before the stream even started. So we had tier 2 literally right at the beginning, but that doesn't happen very often. Today, if we get lucky, we're trying to get to 576 tier 1s in a row and 267 tier 2s in a row. So we're going to do our best to forget the rest. But first, we got a legend who must be unsupervised if he's sending me memberships. Old Man Cad dropping a 10 membership mega banger right on the chat to start us off.
Let's fucking go! It's a membership banger!
And considering that was the first one of the stream, you already know what that means. Everybody spam the old man cat emojis in the chat. Spam the old man cat emojis. Shout out to old man cat with the 10 membership mega banger. That is a hell of a way to start us off, boys. That is a hell of a way, but I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. Then we got Anubis Hentai Hades for 6 months. Been busy with work. I'm not MIA. I hate snow. I hate cold. Fuck winter. Can go away already. Hypno's gay. What else? Go Immigrant Beaver. Go Shrugs. That makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Thank you, Anubis Hentai Hades. I appreciate that, man. And I get it, man. If you're busy, you're busy. It is what it is. Listen, I tell people all the time, you know how many people come in here after being away for a couple of weeks and they're like, I'm not MIA, I promise. I'm just doing this. And I'm like, guys, I stream 7 days a week. You're not going to be able to be here every day. I understand. You have lives. I have a life too. I know. I get it. But you come hang out when you can come hang out. That's basically it, man. We appreciate you. I appreciate you. Anubis Hentai Hades. Thank you so much, man. Mr. Melancholy with it too. God of War had a show. Sony, quit chasing Hollywood. Not yet, but they're going to. They're going to have a show. But not yet. Well, assuming it, actually sees the light of day. Rap the Kratos with a 5 says Capcom needs to fix Resident Evil. Please don't bring up Resident Evil today. I don't want to talk about it. I am legit like, I don't get mad at things very often, if at all, anymore. I think it's because I'm getting so old. That's what it is. When I was younger, I used to get mad at a lot of things. But as you get older, you kind of mellow out. I don't get mad at many things, but I got to tell you, man, the Resident Evil crashing nonstop, that shit had me furious, bro. That shit had me so fucking furious. And I was sitting there trying to figure out what's going on. How the fuck can we fix this shit? And it just was not working. It was not working. So it is what it is. Like I said, I'm gonna keep trying to fix it, and we'll kind of go from there. But thank you for the 5. We got a kicking Dadits with the membership. Thank you, my man. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. We got Zema Duvans with a 5. So the Resident Evil thing is interesting. So a PC port review by Oh No It's Alex. Game runs great on Steam Deck and AMD hardware. Well, it's great that I'm not paying on a Steam Deck and I'm not playing on a Steam Deck. It is also great that I'm not playing on an AMD. So, yay, I suppose. Thank you for the 5. We got Blue Octopus with a 382. Mr. Blue reminded me Sonya's solo counting today. Oh, shit, that's right. That's right. So you have to, your super chats have to be weird numbers. That's right. I totally forgot about that. There you go. We got Nick Havoc with a 583. A local man passed out while riding on the Ferris wheel today. He will be okay. He's slowly coming around. What key can open a door? A turkey. Gonna give me a fucking aneurysm. I swear. Gonna give me an aneurysm. Mr. Blue with a 569. What does an escalator say when it stops working? Nothing. It just stares. I told this joke on an elevator to my friend. It was funny on so many levels. It's insane. It keeps going. It just keeps going. Panthro with 33 months is insane. 33 months is fucking insane, bro. Holy shit. Speculation is that Burnt Peanut is getting paid sponsorship for Marathon. Yeah, I would not be surprised. Once you get to that level in size, you're going to have every studio coming after you and chasing you. I would not be surprised. King Joker, 5 months. It takes a lot of guts to be an organ donor.
Holy shit.
Well, that's new. Zevin Cross with $10. Everyone shut the hell up. We got a super chat here to read. LOL, fucking love your new Griffcast super chat notifications. Thank you, man. Thank you. I appreciate that. We've unlocked pretty much every sound except for the 20 memberships and the 50 memberships. Nobody has unlocked those on Griffcast yet. I can't wait to play the 51. That's hilarious. Although, me personally, I actually like the 21 better. But for nostalgia reasons, and you'll understand if you ever hear the 20 membership one, you'll understand why I like it better. But the 50 membership one is pretty epic too. But thank you. I appreciate that, man. It took a few hours to get them all done, but I got them done. Sable Phoenix with a 5 out of the goodness of my heart. I'm starting a nonprofit to teach arithmetic to small people. It'll be called Making the Little Things Count. Bless your heart, man. Bless your heart. Dark Knight with a 2. Ellison buying WB sent the left into a meltdown. Yep. Well, I mean, okay, so to be fair, what doesn't send the left into a meltdown these days? Let's be real. Because if you want a prime example, I didn't even get to see it because it got copyright struck down. But the Scary Movie 6 trailer apparently was leaked, and left-wing Twitter and Blue Sky is fucking losing it, bro. They are losing it. They're losing it. So, like, the Wayans brothers have to come out and make a statement like, listen, we make fun of everybody. We make fun of everybody. You know, like, you can't, sometimes you got to laugh at yourself, you know? They're fucking losing it because there was like, apparently there was a they-them. There was a they-them joke in it or something like that. And they're just losing their fucking mind, bro. They're not happy. So anyway, I thought it was pretty funny. And Juna Maid with a 99. Kiryu Chen, Yakuza 5 model, J-pop idol will never retire. I don't think it will. I think it's pretty easy for us to always consistently at least get 5 memberships. So Kiryu hopefully will never retire. And then Weedy for Sweetie will continue to have to mute the stream around that time. It's going to be great. Adair Soto with a 2. Rice. I don't know. I see cake, burger, and something. It's too small on my screen. I can't see it. Keanu Coley with a 5. When does the joke become a dad joke? When it becomes apparent. Good old faithful, huh? Good old faithful. Anubis Hentai Hades with a 5. How do you elbows up Canadian lefties? Say Trump's name. Fucking lefties lost their elbows, found their knee pads. By the way, you have a life since when? Since I was born? I don't know.
Holy shit.
Something like that. Thank you, Anubis. I appreciate the 5, brother. All right, let's go over to Rumble. Rumble, what do we got going on, man? What's going on in Rumble? Rumble, you awake? We got Mervoth with $1 playing Resident Evil 9 at the moment. Playing Grace via first person and Leon via third is offering interesting play thus far. Heard it's giving you issues on PC. Figured I'd go back and watch your streams when I know I'm ahead. Well, it's not going to take much to get ahead of me because I can't fucking play the game very much without dying and losing progress. It's very annoying. Yo, 16-bit dude. Oh, my God. 16-bit dude just dropped a $100 Red Boy Hyperbanger over on... Here we go! Mucha lucha! It's the way of life! Mucha lucha! And he says, still sticking to dropping Red Boys on Rumble instead of YouTube. Suck it, YouTube. Latinas! Damn, man. He just flat out said, fuck YouTube, man. They're never getting a Red Boy ever again. I mean, it still counts. It all goes to me at the end of the day, but still, I can understand the sentiment. I can definitely understand the sentiment. He is summoning Latinas for the chat. 16-bit dude. Hold on. Where is it at? Where is it at? Why are you talking into the back end of your microphone, Hypnotic? It's because I don't want the mic to cover my face. You understand? If it looks like this, it looks fucking stupid. So I turned the mic away. You know what I'm saying? I turned the mic away. I don't want you know. I turn it this way. I also want the people to see the Shure logo. You know what I mean? So like that's why I did that. Anyway, Latinas.
Okay, everyone, we got another Red Boy Hyperbanger. Let's bring the ladies in.
Shout out to 16-bit dude dropping the first Red Boy of the evening. I appreciate that, my man. You absolute fucking legend, bro. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. We got Raven X over on Rumble with $1. What's the difference between a bald man and an egg? The egg gets laid. Damn, bro. Raven X is just felting the fucking bald people in the chat. That's crazy, bro. Mervault with $1. So I need to buy you a custom 5K PC like I have. Probably be worth 7K now. Bro, how much you think my computer costs, my guy? My computer costs like $5,500 fucking dollars when I set it up. It's probably worth 7,000 now. I think it is because of the RAM that's in it. Same shit, bro. That's not even including the monitors. I spent almost $1,000 on my monitor itself. You know? Clearly, it doesn't matter. I guess I'm not that much of a premium gamer for Capcom, I suppose. And then last but not least, we got a Dare Soto with a 5. Says, what goes chest, 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 chest? A T-Rex doing head and shoulders, knees and toes. Yo, that was really gay. That was really gay. That was actually pretty bad. That was that was so gay, bro. Oh my god. That's not where I thought the joke was gonna go. Holy shit. Adair Soto with a 5. A Mexican man was struck through the chest with a golf ball. They called it a hole in Juan. Wow, Adair Soto definitely is on something today. Anubis with a 203. What species lives on Kashyyyk? A Wookiee. Now that one was gay. That's just a lot of gay going around. It's a lot of gay. People are saying it's the NVIDIA drivers. Apparently, the most recent ones are causing issues. Yeah, I mean, apparently. So from what I read after I ended the stream, from what I read, if you have like NVIDIA driver 571 or something like that, that you're fine. But apparently, anything after that is causing problems. I don't fucking know, bro. I really don't know. At the end of the day, I just gave up. I don't know. I thought we solved it by turning off DLSS. That actually did allow me to have a longer time in between crashes, but it didn't really fix it that much for me. So I kind of just gave up, you know. Little Hypnotic with a 5. Hi, Dad. What do you think of my baby picture? Miss Sonia says, I look just like you. She and Uncle T-Jap are the best. Bro, what the fuck is that? Is that a little... What the fuck is that? Yo, that is insane. Shout out to Little Hypnotic with a 5. I appreciate that. Oh, my God. Dark Knight with a 5. Did you hear the one about the Scarecrow who was good at his job? He was outstanding in his field. Oh, my. Bro, what the hell, bro? What the fuck are we doing today? What are we doing? What are we doing? All right, boys, listen, we are fully caught up on everything. Thank you guys so much for the insane pre-stream support. Like I said, we're trying to get to 576 tier 1s in a row and 267 tier 2s in a row. So let's do our best. Forget the rest. Let's have a good time. Let's have a good time and do what we got to do, man. Hey, look at this. This is a nice comment. We don't get these too often. Senna Exile says, how's it going? Hypnotic recently started following me because Veridark mentioned you and I had to check you out. Dig your content and how real you are. Hey, that's awesome. Shout out to Senna Exiled and shout out to Veridark for mentioning. That's awesome. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Nice comment, man. Thank you. All right. Let's get into the content, boys. We got a lot we got to cover. We're going to cover some fast topics first, and then we're going to go over the Pokemon Direct because, you know, we got to save the gayest for last or close to the last. We'll see how that goes. So here's a fast topic. Now, in a world where we have very, very, very popular MOBAs, right? In a world where we have League of Legends, in a world where we have Dota 2, in a world where we have, like, what the fuck is that phone one? Bang Bang something, whatever, that's very popular. We have a lot of very popular MOBAs. And there is one studio that's apparently making a MOBA that I didn't even realize they were making one. And it's not exactly the studio that I would ever think would make one. So if you guys are not aware, Quantic Dream is making a MOBA. Oh, yeah, you got Smite as well. I forgot. You got Smite as well. Quantic Dream is making a MOBA. And if you don't remember who Quantic Dream is a studio that is behind video games like Heavy Rain, right? Which I actually like. I like Heavy Rain. They're behind video games like Beyond Two Souls, Detroit Become Human. They're basically action adventure games, or basically adventure games with, prompts on the screen. And now apparently they are making a MOBA, which is weird. When I saw the news of this, I'm like, why are you making a MOBA? That's just kind of weird, It's Life is Strange type games. Yeah, so it's basically like Life is Strange. However, it's more interactive in the sense that literally everything you do, you're controlling with prompts. It's basically all QTEs. The entire gameplay is QTEs, but the stories are amazing. Like Heavy Rain is by far one of the best stories in video game history, in my opinion. Heavy Rain is that good. I also like Detroit Become Human. Detroit Become Human, I was so invested in from a story perspective. It is fucking amazing. But I think from an emotional impact kind of standpoint, I think Heavy Rain is just a little bit above that. But regardless, this studio making a MOBA just seems kind of weird to me. It's like I didn't even realize that's what they were doing. But anyway, and then on top of that, they decided to release their MOBA at the same time as the Marathon Server Slam, which is also happening at the same time as the Horizon Hunters Gathering playtest. And it's also happening at the same time that Steam Next Fest is going down. So basically, they decided to say, you know what? We're going to do the opposite of what everybody else is doing. Instead of delaying our game so that we have maximum opportunity, we're just going to fucking release it, which I kind of respect. I kind of respect that, to be honest with you. I told you guys all the time, like, bro, you can only dodge other games so many times before eventually you just got to release the fucking game. So I have never seen this game before. Apparently, the game is called Spellcasters Chronicles. It's available in early access right now. It's a much lower key affair, but still interesting because, again, it's developed by Quantic Dream. Our initial impressions were positive. PC Gamer's Ellie spent some time with Spellcasters Chronicles beta last year and declared it exciting enough that I want to put extra time and energy into figuring out the details. So I figured, let me check Steam and see if I can find the trailer and we can watch it together. Because I have never, ever seen this game ever. This game is currently an early access game that's released free to play. It's free to play, so you don't even have to spend money on it other than your time, which is honestly more important. But I figure let's check it out. They only have a 40-second trailer, which makes it extremely suspicious to me. But we're going to look at it anyway. Here we go.
Dimension of Run. Songs of Shizan, Shielder.
Glorious stride! This land is now mine!
Pause. Let's see. Hold on. Early access updates and new content. Rework of the upgrade system. In-game voice chat. Rework of ranked mode. Introduction of spell unlock. Tech updates. 2 new creatures, Rhino Rider and Siren. 4 new spells. 1 new building. And more to come. So, I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say it looked bad, but it basically looked like Smite. It looked like Smite, but a little bit more cartoony. Do they have another trailer? Okay, here we go.
Ancient words.
One of those characters looked like Jinx. In closed beta 2, they added Nordic Shore, a new arena, 16 gigs of RAM supported, bug fixing and balancing, ranked mode, in-game text chat, playable tutorial. So, I mean, they're working on the game. They're adding shit. You know what's sad, man? You know what's sad, guys? Can I be honest with you? I feel like the modern audience really fucking ruined this art style. I really do. Because every time I would see this art style, I would not mind it in the slightest because normally it would be right up my alley with like a certain, like either an RPG style game or something like that. But I feel like, unfortunately, this art style has been co-opted by modern audience style video games that have completely ruined the allure and the perception of this art style. You know what I mean? Because even like World of Warcraft had something like this, just not as what do you call it? Not with as much fidelity, because obviously, that game didn't have as good of graphics at the time, but the cartoony art style. So now, but the problem is every time I see games with an art style like this, I just immediately think of like, I don't know. Like Horizon Hunters Gatherers is probably the best example right now. Wheelchair character. Oh my God, she is in a wheelchair. Oh my God, I didn't realize that. I didn't realize. Oh shit, I didn't realize she's in a fucking wheelchair. Oh man. Oh man. But what I tried to do is that even though I look at this and I'm like, okay, this looks like XYZ bad game, I try to remind myself to be fair and to say it also looks like XYZ good game. You want an example? I'll give an example. So one of my favorite games right now that's in early access that I played with the SNH crew is No Rest for the Wicked, right? No Rest for the Wicked, if you look at that art style and you just judge it based off the art style in screenshots, you would probably think the same thing. But then when you play the game and you realize how everything just looks and how fluid the gameplay looks and overall it plays so good, you start to realize like this art style doesn't automatically mean that the developers are going to like shit on your face. You know what I'm saying? However, there is a big difference between a game like No Rest for the Wicked that's being made with passion and a game like this that just seems like it's trying to be every other MOBA. I didn't really see too much gameplay, so I really can't judge the gameplay. The trailers really didn't show that much. But regardless, like I said, man, this kind of art style is being co-opted by people that make really bad games. So that the people that make really good games using these art styles, they end up getting prejudged a lot. And I can't blame people for doing that. Like, I can't blame people for prejudging, because pattern recognition is a thing. So it kind of becomes the norm. Yeah, exactly. 9 times out of 10, they're coming at your face with their pants off. I'd probably say like 7 out of 10. I would say like 7 to 8 out of 10, not 9. 9 is like really, really extreme. But in any case, I would like to see some gameplay before making any judgments. I used to play MOBAs all the time. I don't anymore, but I wouldn't mind jumping back into a MOBA. Sometimes I think about jumping back into League of Legends, but then I remember I'm not gay. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm just kidding. Don't yell at me, League players. I already know the League players out there, they're going to take such offense to that. They're going to be like, what the fuck? What is a MOBA? MOBA is a massive online battle arena. That's what MOBA stands for. MOBA is a massive online battle arena. So basically what that means from a traditional standpoint is it's 3 lanes, right? You have middle lane, top lane, you have bottom lane, and then you have jungle. And then the middle lane is usually taken over by one range caster. The top lane is usually taken over by some sort of a bruiser that can sustain itself. The bottom lane has 2 heroes, one that does DPS and one that does support. And then you have a jungle character that basically runs around in the jungle, which is in between all the lanes. And he's constantly farming and trying to set up jumps or ganks or whatever you want to call them against enemy heroes that are in their own lanes. That's what it is. So your League of Legends and stuff, yeah, exactly. I hope that explains it. The disabled lane, no back support on that wheelchair. Well, see, the thing is, her magic is able to support her posture, but is not able to make her walk. So that's the lore, right? That's the lore. MOBA is what game call themselves when they don't want to be known as a Dota clone. Well, that's how that whole genre started, because with Dota being a thing, That's how that all started. So you're basically defending posts. Exactly. You're defending towers. It's super fun. I actually really like MOBAs. I really do like MOBAs, but League of Legends became so egregious with their fucking monetization and how every month they were coming out with a new hero. It was always broken, and then you have to wait for them to fucking patch it. And by the time they patched it, they released another hero and they broke the game again. I don't know. I started getting so annoyed. Maybe they got better with it, this time. But MOBAs are really sweaty, right? So like if you're not a sweaty player, don't play MOBAs. If you're trying to be somebody who's casually enjoying MOBAs, like when I want to play a MOBA and be casual, I'll play ARAM. I'll play all random, all middle, which basically removes all the lanes. It just gives you one middle lane. The leveling is faster and everybody just fights in the middle, and that's it. If I want to play casual, that's it. Otherwise, if you do 5v5, you're going to run into people, bro. If you're not that kind of player to take it serious, don't even bother. Don't even bother because, man, they're going to curse you the fuck out. If you end up becoming a feeder, it's racing. No, it's not racing. Yo, I give up. Yeah, it's okay, son. Just give up. It's okay. You know what? Hold on. Let me give me 1 second because they didn't show gameplay. I was hoping they were going to show gameplay. Maybe I'll follow it up later. And again, this game is getting completely swallowed up, by other what do you call it? By other video games right now. So let me show you some League of Legends gameplay to give you an idea what a MOBA is for the people that don't know what a MOBA is. So you spawn in, everybody spawns in at level 1. You spawn in at the main camp. You only got a little bit of gold you can use. You go to the shop, you buy your starter items, you level up your starter skill, and then you go into whatever lane you're designated for. And then after that, you got to slowly but surely farm. You got to farm creeps. These are the creeps here in the middle. You got to farm creeps while leveling up and trying not to get killed. Sometimes people get together and they push. This is not exactly a great strategy to necessarily push too hard too soon. But sometimes that does happen. They go for the early kill. They try to get the early gold. Every time you kill an enemy, you get gold. And the goal is to try to out-level and out-gear your opponent so that you can just start felting them, basically. That's the goal. So if you start playing really well and you're just owning your lane, you'll become what they call fed. You'll become overpowered, and that's a really important thing. Really, really important. Player count compared to High Guard. Oh, yeah, let's check the player count. What's the player count for this random game that nobody's fucking heard of? Spellcasters Chronicles. Yo.
Holy shit.
Hold on. Wait a second. Wait, 563. Hold on. 563.
Holy shit.
Wow. Yo, there's more people playing a game nobody's heard of instead of High Guard that ended up having the Game Awards all to themselves at the very end. Holy shit, boys. That's crazy. You want to know something, though? You guys want to know something, though? So it's in my opinion that if it wasn't for Jeff Keighley giving this game promotion at the Game Awards, if it wasn't for that, High Guard would have been right here. Maybe a little bit more. That's just the truth. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I really do believe that. I believe that the only reason why it got to the numbers that it did was because of the controversy and because of the promotion at the Game Awards. Without that, you're just another average Joe Schmo that's trying to make it out here. And I feel like you probably would have did like 2,000. You know? You probably would have did like 2,000 maybe if you're lucky. You know? Or let's be fair, maybe 5,000. But still, that's amazing. Wow, that's crazy. Anyway, hey, congratulations to Spellcasters. You guys have more people playing this game than Highguard. That's got to mean something. I don't know for who, but it's got to mean something for someone. All right, let's X that out. Let me X out the League of Legends gameplay really quick. Let's go to hold on. Oh, here we go. Let's go over this. So the other day, we've been kind of like following the story between Bluepoint and Sony. A lot of people are talking about Bluepoint Studios after the studio got shut down by Sony, because I'm assuming all the employees are essentially just letting all the dirty secrets out now at this point. And now we're at the point where originally it was assumed, or I should say it was reported, that Sony was the one that denied the Bloodborne remake. That was the initial rumor. Now it seems like it's the other way around. According to recent reports now, Sony was the one that was actually ready to approve a Bloodborne remake, but it was actually From Software that completely turned the game down, which is interesting. Now, if you guys remember, the last time we talked about this, there was reports that apparently they don't like each other for some reason. Or there was some internal politics that were stopping Bloodborne from being remade or remastered, which is why the game has been MIA for such a long time. But according to the recent reports, let me scroll down. According to Bloomberg, that From Software are the ones that ultimately turned the game down. Sony abruptly ditched its live service initiative in early 2025 and canceled Bluepoint's God of War game. Bluepoint was left to search for other projects. It approached Sony again to pitch its idea for Bloodborne remake, and Sony was receptive. The only reason it didn't happen, according to the report, was because From Software didn't want it to happen. Bloomberg doesn't have the details on why From Software turned it down, but points to a comment by a former PlayStation executive, Shuhei Yoshida, in an interview with Kinda Funny about From Software president Hidetaka Miyazaki, wanting it to happen but not wanting anyone else to touch it. Miyazaki had previously stated that he is not opposed to a PC port of Bloodborne and acknowledged that other From Software developers want to make one. But if Miyazaki is insistent on doing it himself, Yoshida believes Sony would respect his wishes even though it owns the rights to the game. So this is very confusing, right? Because Sony does in fact own the rights to Bloodborne. So if they wanted to say fuck Miyazaki, they could, and they could make the game. However, it's been reported that in Japan anyway, I don't know how, I don't know really like in the US, but in Japan, Miyazaki, being the guy who essentially, created a whole genre of Souls-likes, Miyazaki has essentially become basically like another Hideo Kojima, where whatever this fucking guy says goes. And it doesn't matter who has to get felted over it, basically, right? That's how Miyazaki is viewed in Japan. He's essentially like, big guy, Hideo Kojima, can do whatever he wants kind of thing. So if he doesn't want it to happen without him touching it, then it's just not going to happen, which will probably explain why Sony has been so quiet on this situation and refuses to talk about it. Because like I said, they won't even mention Bloodborne, right? They won't even look towards Bloodborne. It's almost like they're just a fucking felted stepchild, the bastard child. They don't even want to look that way. There's also rumors, and again, this is all rumors, but there's talks in the conversation of Miyazaki and From Software not liking what Bluepoint did with Demon Souls, so they just didn't want them to touch Bloodborne. So it's also a possibility, but it all basically depends. So pretty insane. But overall, I think it's a pretty crazy story. I definitely wish that we can know more. Unfortunately, I don't think we're going to know more anytime soon. So we'll see what's happening with that. But that's the latest rumor right now. Hold on one second. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I'm hearing audio. What the fuck? Clipping audio. Hold on. Can you hear me now? Hold on. What the fuck? Give me a second. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? The mic didn't crash. I just muted myself. Fuck happened there? That's so weird. No, I'm hearing someone else's stream right now. I don't know why I'm hearing someone else's stream. I must have a tab open somewhere. Hold on, I'm trying to find it. But what the fuck? I got it. There we go. Okay, I turned it off. That's weird. I had another tab open where it was like auto. What the fuck? It was auto playing someone's stream. The fuck is going on? Yo, I swear to God. A goon tab. Close your tabs. Yeah, I have a million tabs open. When I'm streaming, it's always like a million tabs. Anyway, it's fine. All right. But regardless, like I was saying, I want to see a Bloodborne remake as much as anybody else, but the chances of us actually seeing that, I feel like is going to be very slim. Shit, we probably be more likely to get a sequel than anything. So we'll see. She says stream chatterbait. No, it wasn't. It was actually the dignified cartoon gentleman. It was doing a replay of his stream because I had watched his stream. Cassie was on his stream earlier today. And I started hearing his voice, and I'm like, why the fuck am I hearing the dignified cartoon gentleman's voice? You know exactly who that is. I'm like, why am I hearing his voice? What the fuck? This is weird. Did you sneak in the stream somehow, some way? And then I heard Cassie's voice. I'm like, what the fuck is happening? Anyway, it's all good. All right, let's continue. We got, let me skip this, X this out. We got a lot of Bungie news, boys. Oh, you know what? Let's just go to God of War. Let's just go to God of War. Are we ready for this, boys? Let's just go to God of War. All right, guys. I don't know if you've seen this. And to be honest with you, I kind of wish I didn't see it. Amazon has released a photo of the God of War TV show. And they released their first look at Kratos and his son, Atreus. And, wow. At this point, I tell people all the time, we really need to stop with video game adaptations. We really do. We need to stop with video game adaptations. They're becoming quite a little bit ridiculous. But unfortunately, it's never going to end, right? Any opportunity to try to co-opt something to try to make easy money, they're going to do, especially Amazon. Amazon loves throwing their money around. So, I apologize for having to show you this picture, but just realize that before I scroll down, I hope that every single one of you, first off, likes the stream before you end up getting so disgusted that you click off the video. And number two, please don't dislike the stream just because I'm the messenger, okay? Don't dislike the stream. All right, so this is the first look at Amazon's God of War TV show. And basically they're saying this is Dad Bod Kratos. Oh my God, bro. What the fuck? Like, what the fuck am I looking at, boys? What the fuck am I looking at, boys? So, first off,
holy shit.
First off, we kind of have to get the obligatory holy shit out the way. Second off, bro, you really okay, so with modern day, I thought this was AI. It very well still might be AI, right? But I thought this was AI. I thought this was fake. I saw this going around on Twitter, and I'm like, this is not real. I'm not going to bother quote tweeting it because it's not real. It looks fake as fuck. I don't believe it, right? Lo and behold, all the main accounts started posting about it. I'm like, is this real? And then before you know it, come to find out, it's real. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I guess we're going to talk about it today. What the fuck? So, all right, let's kind of break it down, right? So Kratos, I'll say this. The outfit looks nice. Great job on the outfit, I guess. You're just missing the Kratos. Like, you have the Kratos outfit, but where's Kratos? You know, it's like, first off, you really should have probably put on at least 10 pounds of muscle. Like, you're missing quite a bit of definition there, you know? Like, this is kind of what I mean by modern day Hollywood having the character acting, the character is acting as the actor instead of the actor acting as the character. You know, like I really hate that. I hate that they're incapable of just having decent either effects, CGI, or overall, in this case, a bodysuit. Like, surely you probably could have got away with doing some sort of a bodysuit if you're not going to be able to work out and get the body necessary to rock Kratos, you know? But I mean, again, how am I supposed to be convinced that this is the guy that was slaying gods, you know? How am I supposed to be convinced that this is the man that when he clicks L3 and R3, he goes into a Spartan range and starts feltoning everything? Like, how am I supposed to be convinced this is the guy? But, I mean, this is what it is. Like, and Atreus, I mean, listen, first off, he looks like a fucking toddler, bro. Like, how old is this kid? I'm not even going to bother. It's a kid, bro. I'm not even going to felt the kid. I'm just going to stick to Kratos. But this shit is like, he looks like a toddler. He looks like a toddler. They want you to forget that? Yeah, maybe, but still. I don't even know what I'm looking at. But apparently this is an official picture from Amazon. The world continues to churn inexorably towards a time when Amazon's God of War TV series will be real and released, and our latest milestone on that long road is this. Our first look at Ryan Hurst as Kratos and Callum Vincent as Atreus via Variety. It is, you would be right to point out, not much. Just Kratos bending slightly to observe his eager young son attempting to make a shot with his bow. Nevertheless, the reaction it provoked in the PC Gamer Slack was sizable. It was also mostly less than positive. Let's be clear, making any definitive judgment about a project based on a single behind-the-scenes holiday snap would be madness. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's the same way as making a judgment call based on a teaser trailer. It's the same thing. You have every right to make a judgment call based on images and promotional material that the studio is putting out. If this is so bad, then they shouldn't have put it out. Plain and simple. You have every fucking right to be able to judge something based on the promotional material that they decide to release. It's not like you decided to release it. They decided to release it. Anyway, then they say, still, our teams of writers immediately latched on to details like the strange newness and cleanliness of Kratos and Atreus' garb. Yeah, that's another thing too, bro. This guy looks like he has immaculate skin, like he's never swung his fist, not once. Like, bro, what is happening here? The fact that the young lad's hair seems to be rippled with product that would probably not be easily attainable in fantasy Scandinavia. Oh, wow. Hold on. Wait a second. Hold on. We got a little bit of hypocrisy here. Hold on. I love this part. So you mean to tell me that the journalists now care about historical accuracy? We care about this now? So we care about what was actually happening at a time back in the day in you know, Scandinavia or something along. Oh, we care now. But when people are like, hey, why are we doing they them pronouns in a game that takes place at a time where they weren't even doing that? You want to come out here and be like, that's not true. It's just fantasy. Who cares? Like, oh, so now we care? Now we care. Why? Because the kid used fucking gel? He used gel at a time where he probably wouldn't have gel? Wow. I'm just saying. You start to question. You start to wonder, like, what's going on here? Anyway, the strange uncanniness to the whole thing, it's hard to put your finger on it, but something about the way the light falls combined, again, with their too perfect attire makes the whole thing seem almost CGI, because it probably is. It probably is AI. Or, at the very least, this background is 100% CGI generated. The only things that are probably real is this rock and this bush. Everything else in the background that starts to look blurry is probably going to be CGI generated. It's not gel. Hey, yo, you know, one thing that got universal approval, Kratos' pose makes his gut poke out a little. And the notion of dad bod Kratos is just simply too magical to criticize. It's also quite relatable, I imagine, to anyone who shares the volume of a belly. Not me, mind you. I'm insanely jacked. Ask anyone. Oh, my God, bro. You know, journalists are fucking cringe, man. So, of course, they're going to supposedly be into dad bods. So they're going to want dad bod Kratos. I don't know about you. I don't know of anybody that wants dad bod Kratos. Not women, not men, and not children that look up to him. I don't know of anybody that wants dad bod fucking Kratos, bro. We want Kratos. Like, hold on. Kratos. Hold on. We want Kratos, bro. We need this guy. Can we get this guy? This is the Kratos everybody knows, bro. Right here. Look at this toxic fucking male, bro. Look at this toxic masculinity. Look at this guy. That's who we need right here. That's the Kratos everybody loves and deserves, man. We need toxic masculinity. You know what I'm saying? Fucking yelling at everybody, just getting piss ripped. The veins popping out on it. That's what we need. That's what we need. We need toxic masculinity. Oh, man. He's fucking ripped, bro. He's ripped. Now, this guy looks like he killed a couple of gods in the past. You know what I'm saying? This is the Kratos that looks like he's tired of killing so many gods so easily. That's the Kratos Bro, how do you go from this? I can't even put them side by side. Otherwise, hold on. Let me make this smaller. How do we go from this to wait for it. How do we go from that to this? Bro, you got to be kidding me. How do we go from that to that? How is this possible? This is why I keep telling people we need to stop. We need to stop adopting video games and shit and making live stop, bro. Stop. We don't need it. The video games are enough, okay? They're enough. This is insulting. This is team exactly. Yo, oh my God. I was just about to call him that. Timu Kratos. Damn, you called him Alabama Kratos? Oh my God, that's crazy. That's crazy. What happened to his great looking beard? Exactly. Yo, Kratos has been killing so many gods that his beard formed majestically on his own. Right? His beard formed majestically all on his own. This guy, bro, this is a stringy ass fake beard. I feel like real life fake wizard's beard looks better than this guy. How sad is that? Why is it so fucking stringy, bro? Cut your shit. Cut your shit, man. Use the fucking skull of a god after you destroy them and use it to shave down your beard. Like the real Kratos. You know? Like, how do we... Anyway. No, but in all seriousness, guys, I saw this picture and I got to be honest with you, man. I really thought that this was fake. I thought this was fake. And the sad thing is, like, you can't even call this cosplay. You can't call this cosplay. You want to know why? Because I've seen cosplay that's better than this. It's actually legitimately sad that there are cosplayers out there that are doing better work than modern day Hollywood, design teams. Better work than them. Probably even spending more money than they are. And they get almost no recognition. But Amazon can put out this ugly shit and pretend like they gave us something to look forward to? Bro, all I know is they need to get this guy lifting weights. They need to get him shredded. And if you can't get him shredded, put him in a bodysuit. It's not hard. You guys have done it before. Put him in a bodysuit and sell him as actual Kratos. Otherwise, I don't know what we're doing, but this is just not it. I'm sorry. It's just not it. This is not Kratos. Which is kind of sad. His son is too small. Yeah, his son is a fucking toddler, bro. I'm telling you. It's kind of sad because I remember looking at the actor and saying to myself, okay, I can see how that could work. And then they made him into this. Like, bro, what are we doing? What are we doing? He needs steroids? Probably. Who's the director? I don't even care to know, bro. Let me Google it. Who's directing the God of War TV show? Let's see. Frederick E.O. Toy has signed on to direct the first 2 episodes of Amazon's God of War live action series. Known for his work on Shogun, The Boys, and Fallout, Toy is joining the project during its pre-production phase. There you go. That's who's doing it. So, I don't know, man. It's just kind of a shame. Yo, you call them God of Calories? God of Calories is crazy, bro. Crazy, bro. God of Calories is crazy. Wow. That was good. That was good. Let me catch up on supers really quick. Wow. God of Calories. Adair Salto with a 5. Don't forget the very first game where they made was Indigo Prophecy, and after that, Heavy Rain. And then Beyond Two Souls and Detroit Become Humans. Awesome games. They are awesome. I love those games. I told you guys I want to play one of those games at some point in time on stream. I've played all of them. I've beaten all of them except for Beyond Two Souls. And I want to play them on stream because people need to see those games more, you know? Alucard with a 5 says in a world of magic, there still needs to be a need for a wheelchair. Yeah, well, that's what happened when they put what was the guy's name in World of Warcraft? They got put into a wheelchair, the mage. The fuck is his name? Is it Khadgar? Am I bugging? Is it Khadgar? I forgot. It's Khadgar, isn't it? They put Khadgar. Yeah, it's Khadgar. They put Khadgar in a wheelchair. It's like, bro, you put Khadgar in a wheelchair? Seriously? It's crazy, bro. Crazy. Just like they put what was his name? Hephaestus. They made Hephaestus fat and they put him in a wheelchair in Hades 2. That's crazy work. That's crazy work, bro. Zema Duvon with a 5. I want to know who makes this game and their Twitter opinions first. I don't give a fuck about them whatsoever. Dark Knight with a 5. Hypno, you need to check out the Crimson Desert gameplay trailer. It looks so good and puts most modern AAA developers to shame. The VA are solid too. All right, here's what I'm going to say about Crimson Desert. Because I've covered Crimson Desert quite a bit. Here's what I will say. I am trying not to get sussy-wussy vibes from Crimson Desert. I'm really trying not to. However, I can't help but shake the feeling of a couple of things. Number one, the amount of just insane social media posting from accounts about Crimson Desert. And every single one of those accounts are talking about something you could do in the game. Right? So it's like, it's trying to paint this picture that you could do like a million things in this game. But nobody's talking about story or anything like that. It's all about like, you could do this, you could do that, you could do this, you could do that. This game is trying to sell itself on the amount of shit you can do. I'm just hoping that my sussy-wussy vibes that I'm getting from this game are not like the game's going to be broken day one because there's so much shit in the game. You know? Like the amount of people that are pushing this game, it screams unnatural. Because I saw natural organic growth with Expedition 33 where the game was being talked about, but only after the game came out and word of mouth started to spread did the game ever reach that level of, you know, social media engagement. But it seems like Crimson Desert skipped the first part and went straight to like mass social media engagement. So I just hope that the game is as good as it looks. I'll say that because I want the game to be as good as it looks. But when your entire advertisement is all about what you can do in the game, a million things you can do in the game as if it's an MMORPG, which it was initially supposed to be, by the way. But now it's a single player game. I don't know, man. I just hope the game is as good as it looks. That's all I'm saying. I really do. Because I want the game to be good, you know? But we'll see. We'll find out. Because the problem is that these MMOs like Black Desert Online, for example, They always sell themselves on a bunch of like random shit that you could do in the game, social features and all that stuff. But this is not an MMO. This is a single player game. So there has to be more to the game than just that. You know? But we'll see. We'll see what happens with that game. But again, I'm hoping it's good. Ali Kusanagi with the membership. Thank you, sir. Cryptic Stench with a $13.99. That article is BS. Miyazaki has stated at least twice publicly that he wants to make a Bloodborne remaster sequel, but that so much as mentioning the IP could get him in legal trouble with Sony. Bro, Cryptic, there is conflicting stories all around everywhere regarding the Bloodborne situation. I'm just going to assume at this point that they're both guilty. Just flat out. I think they're both guilty. I think Sony and From Software are very guilty for some reason regarding Bloodborne, and the reason why the game is not going to see the light of day, I don't know, but they're just acting fucking sus. Like, why are you acting sus around one of your most famous video games of all time? Why are you acting sus? You know? It's just weird, bro. It's weird. So, I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, exactly. It's a he said, she said kind of thing. It's like, bro, they're both, something is going on, because you mean to tell me that you motherfuckers, both companies can't get together for the betterment of profit and say, okay, whatever situations or troubles we have, let's put it to the side. Let's make this fucking game. You really mean to tell me that's not possible? In today's day and age, the easiest money in the world that you can make, and you can't sit down together as grown-ass men at a table and figure out your problems, whatever they may be. You can't do that. You know, I don't know, man. It just seems sus. That's all I'm saying. It seems very sus to me. Alucard with a 2. I hate Hollywood. You know, it's so funny you say that. I saw a picture on Twitter. I was scrolling through Twitter. That was my mistake. I saw a picture on Twitter, and I think it was, correct me if I'm wrong, I think it was, what's the guy's name who played fucking Edward in Twilight? Oh my God, I forgot his name. It was him, and it was the girl who played in Spider-Man. I forgot her name too, man. And he was dressed in like women's clothes, and she was like grabbing him from behind and shit. Yeah, Robert Pattinson. Yeah, Robert Pattinson and what's the other retard's name? What's the girl's name? Robert Pattinson and what's the other one that's married to or dating no, not Emma Stone. No, not Emma Stone. No, not Sydney Sweeney. No. Zendaya. Yeah, Zendaya. Exactly. So Zendaya was like grabbing Robert Pattinson from behind and like, you know, has her legs up wrapping around him, and they both have like Joker makeup on, but then Robert Pattinson was dressed as a woman and she was dressed in more like typical dress down clothes. And they both had like wigs on and shit. It was just the weirdest thing, bro. Like, what are we doing? Why are we like this? Why are we like this, bro? I don't know. Again, I saw that picture and I was like, this is why I hate the internet. And I kept moving on. I did not save the picture. I don't know if I can find it just so you guys can see. Let me see. Robert Pattinson. Typing his name does not bring up anything other than, I guess, women thirsting over him. So, yeah, what the fuck is this, bro? What is this, bro? Look at this. Hold on. I didn't see this. This is new. Look at this. Look at this. Actor Robert Pattinson in Interview magazine, whose idea was to make him look like a mentally unwell trans woman in the 1950s, bro. Bro, what the fuck is this? Did you sell yourself out? Is this the humiliation ritual that they talk about? Like, what the fuck is this, bro? Anybody have an idea? Is he promoting a movie or something? Is this has to be a ritual? This is the guy who played Batman, and now you have him in a fucking blonde wig, looking crazy. Hey, this is why I stay away from Hollywood. The movie is called the Drama. Is that the movie? Is that the movie? Bro, I'm good. I'm good. This is why I don't watch movies and TV shows anymore. This is why. This is why. I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, promote your movie, man. Hey, just have at it. Have fun. I'm gonna stick to video games. I'm gonna stick to video games, and I'm just gonna not like. Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. He got tips from Ezra Miller. Where is Ezra Miller these days? Wasn't he on the run for the longest time, and now he's like, now he's not? It's weird. All right. Anyway, let's continue. Guys, let's talk about Markiplier. So Markiplier ended up coming out with his own indie film based on an indie video game called Iron Lung. And the film, when we first reported on it, which was, like a couple of weeks ago, the film ended up doing about 20-some-odd million globally. Really impressive for an indie film. Honestly, really impressive for any film. The reason why is because this film has a budget of $3 million that he himself paid for, right? He himself paid $3 million for this film. He also ended up having an interview where he basically said that he took the rendering. He was going to hire a rendering firm that they basically have all the resources to render a movie and do everything and do the finalization of the movie, all that stuff. He took that away from that firm because they weren't doing what he wanted them to do, and then he did it himself. He ended up creating render farms himself and paid the money to do it. It's just crazy. Anyway, so Markiplier recently had an interview where he said that Hollywood was willfully ignoring the potential of YouTubers before his film Iron Lung made $50 million plus at the box office, right? Now, this movie had already greenlit his next movie because he made so much money. He's already able to fund the next one. So good for him. He says, no one was really bashing down my door to say, we want to make your movie, the actor and director of the indie horror film said. Now, the thing about somebody like Markiplier is that he is the person who, believe it or not, mainstream media would be more likely to favor. And if they were choosing to ignore him, can you imagine anybody else never getting an opportunity? It just goes to show that you don't need mainstream anything. In today's world, you don't need mainstream anything to succeed. You don't need mainstream Hollywood. You don't need the mainstream gaming industry. You don't need mainstream gaming media. You don't need any of that shit. All you need is the passion. And in his situation, the money, because let's be real, he is a millionaire. So that kind of does help a little bit. But he was able to fund his movie for $3 million and successfully felted most of the movies that came out around his time. $50 million on a $3 million budget. You really think he's going to complain about that? Absolutely not. That is more of a profit margin than any other Hollywood film that's released probably in the last couple of years, aside from like the major hits. And even then, it's still, I feel like, an equal, at least, profit margin. Right? Hollywood refuses to look at the opportunities of stories that are being told, or I should say that are not being told. They refuse to look at stories that are not being told, and they'd rather just remake stories that were already told because they're creatively bankrupt. And then somebody like this comes along and plays a random indie game that most people haven't even heard of, and he's like, there is something here. There is something here. I could turn this into something. And he did. He did. That's actually amazing. You know? So I think that that's honestly like something to celebrate. You know, Markiplier, his content is not the kind of content that I watch personally. I've said that many times. But respect where respect is due. I mean, the guy did something that most people only talk about. A lot of people talk about making their own movie, making their own game, making their own whatever. But this guy went out and did it. He put $3 million on the line, which is not a small amount of money. I don't care if you're a millionaire. $3 million he put on the line, and he made it happen. And he made $50 million plus. And even after the studios, I'm sorry, even after the theaters take their cut, that's still almost $30 million, which is amazing. So good on him for that. He deserves all the success. Now, if you scroll down, it says there might have been, but nothing really stands out because even though it was a large project, it was still a YouTube project. That's how they considered it. See, that's the thing. If you're not part of the In Club, they're just going to call you, you know, the YouTube project. That's why do you think the gaming media, the gaming journalists, right? They consider themselves to be so important. And then when they talk about us, when they talk about YouTubers, they're like, oh yeah, the YouTubers. Or better yet, they don't even say YouTubers anymore because they know we get all the views and they know we get all the attention. So now they're like, oh, that side of the internet. It's like, bro, you won't even mention our names or anything. You're that fucking felted. Anyway, there is a level of respect that I just haven't met yet. No one was really bashing down my door to say, we want to make your movie. While it wasn't specifically his goal to raise the reputation of YouTubers in Hollywood, Markiplier thinks Iron Lung's big box office might be having an effect. I don't think it will. I'm sorry. I just don't think it will. It was something that they were, I think, willfully ignoring. At least a lot of Hollywood was willfully ignoring the potential of YouTubers here, Markiplier says. I don't think it's going to change the perception of YouTubers for Hollywood whatsoever. See, here's the thing. Hollywood is not concerned with money. They make their money through other weird means. They're more concerned with the status. The status is everything. They don't want some random lowly YouTuber coming in and felting them. And if that does happen, they're going to pretend like it never happened. And they're going to move on. And they're going to go to the next big blockbuster film. They don't want to change because they care about the status more than they care about the money. Now, if you want to talk about potentially, maybe some investors might look at this and say, okay, well, this is something we might explore now, then that's fine. But all they're going to do is just end up investing in indie films, and indie films are going to release indie. They're not going to be accepted as anything part of the mainstream. When it came to the gaming industry, indie games were accepted because the gaming industry works in a different way. But with Hollywood, bro, Hollywood has always been about status, and it always will be about status. And they always want to maintain that status quo. If you don't do what you're supposed to do, the hazing rituals and all that shit, you're not going to go anywhere. This has been proven time and time again. Whereas with the gaming industry, they tried to have status, and to be fair, they did. Back in the early 2010s, they had all the status in the world. The journalists were at an all-time high. They had all the power. They successfully canceled their competition. Some of them even killed their competition. But they lost that power over the years because, well, they just unfortunately went a little bit too far. And then before you know it, the rise of the YouTuber, the counterculture and everything, and then it just history repeats itself, So anyway, I don't think that Hollywood's ever going to truthfully accept somebody like Markiplier, which again is very sad considering how successful he was. But I think finding true happiness in the success of your own creation and remaining independent is truthfully probably one of the most liberating things you could probably ever experience as a creative. Just remaining independent and finding success within that independency. I think that's a big deal. That kind of goes the same for a lot of YouTubers as well. There are YouTubers that think in order to get successful, they have to join a bigger group, or they have to be a part of a bigger group. Or sometimes if they're a VTuber, they have to be part of this fucking organization that manages VTubers. That they can't be successful on their own because there's too much competition. I think that there is a lot of just good feelings to be found by trying and genuinely trying to become successful independently. So I'm happy for him. That's great. He should reach out to Mel Gibson for advice. Did you see the recent conversation Mel Gibson had? Basically talking like complete shit about Hollywood. It was crazy. It was actually insane. They will see him as an outsider. Yeah, of course. They see him as an outsider now. They're always going to see him as an outsider. There's no way all those Avenger movies cost so much. And in Japan, one movie in Godzilla, it costs so much less. Disney's wasting more or pocketing it. That's probably true. That's probably true. It all depends. You became mainstream entertainment and media now. I don't consider myself to be mainstream entertainment, nor do I want to be. I don't want to be mainstream entertainment. I don't want to be the media. I just want to be a guy that can talk about video games and be surrounded by awesome people that like talking about video games, and then be able to play video games and help people make a decision. That's basically it. I don't want to tell you what to buy and what not to buy. I want you to make up your own fucking mind while watching me or somebody else play the game so that you don't have to waste your money in order to have a 2-hour trial when you could watch somebody else and have as long of a trial as you possibly want. I feel like that's more important. But, anyway. Marvel actors are very expensive. Yes, they are. What are video games? Bro, Sonya is felted today. She's felted today. We got Raptor Kratos with a 2. Look at what they did to my boy Kratos, bro. Ouch. Ouch. Junebug with a 2. Let's hope they don't woke God of War remakes. Also, hi. What's going on, Junebug? How you doing? I don't know if they're gonna wokeify it, but to be honest, I feel like we have bigger concerns right now. Just looking at that picture, it's not looking good for many other reasons other than potential wokeness. Mrs. Spanglers with a 2. That's Times Square Kratos asking for $20. Yo, that's true. That is true. That's so funny. Alucard with a 2. Seth Rogen's Kratos. Well, there you go. Makes sense. Real Tifa Lockhart with a 2. David Jaffe should play Kratos for offering the games. That would actually be amazing. That would be full circle. If David Jaffe, I would go watch that movie. Oh, I would watch that TV show. I'm not even kidding. If David Jaffe played Kratos, I would review that show. We got to make it happen. Alucard with a 2. God of Bud Light ads. He definitely looks like he drinks a lot of beer. Shizuka Marikawa with a 2. David Jaffe has a better beard than Timu Kratos. I mean, not when he shaves it, though. He's been shaving his beard lately, and it's fucking weird. Dark Knight with a 2. If it's a good game, will you stream it? Crimson Desert? So I don't stream games based on whether or not they're good games or not, and I don't stream games based on whether or not I'm going to personally enjoy it or not, or whether I think I'm going to enjoy it. I stream games based off whether or not people want to see it. That's really what it is. If people are actively looking for a review for a game, I'm going to do it. So that's why I do a lot of video games, and some of them are woke video games or seemingly woke video games or problematic games or controversial games or whatever. Although I do have my limits. Like, there are some fucking video games that are so bad that I know they're going to be bad that I tend to avoid unless I make a bet with people and then they really want it to happen. But I feel like that's more about felting me and not necessarily having a review for the game. But yeah, we'll see. My only concern with streaming Crimson Desert, like, I wanted to do it, but I don't know if I'm going to do an official review for the game, because for me, as I've said many times, Crimson Desert is one of those games that you're going to get lost in the sauce. I can't stream one game as an official review for like 30 streams. I can't do it. I'm not Smash JT. I can't fucking play Stellar Blade for like 57 streams. I can't do it. I can't do it, right? So like, I have to make sure content is flowing. So I try to play games that are going to be at most like 15 streams. At most. That's like the maximum. And I think Crimson Desert would probably be way more than that. So just being fair. Sable Phoenix with a 10. Iron Lung is an outstanding film. Writing, directing, and editing is smart, judicious, and intriguing. Effects are mostly practical and look great. I really do, bro. I miss when movies and TV shows would rely on practical effects versus CGI and all that other nonsense. Because me personally, it's like, I feel like that sells whatever it is you're trying to sell better than modern day CGI, right? Like modern day CGI is actually so bad that I think practical, going back to practical and really nailing that would increase, ironically, the production of whatever TV show or movie they're working on, you know? And beats the pants off of most modern professional films. Well, they don't want to talk about that, I'm sure. A Beautiful Zexel, 10 months. Mel Gibson's advice to Markiplier is smile and blow me. That's crazy. That is crazy. Adair Soto with a 2, just like Dustborn Hypno. Yep. Just like Dustborn. Just like Dustborn. Fucking Dustborn, man. Denarier over on Rumble with the membership. Thank you, my man. Even Raza threw in a membership. Shout out to Raza. Thank you so much for the membership. You and Denarier. Thank you so much. Appreciate that. What else we got? Let me see. Let me scroll down. Thank you, you fucking legends, man. Raven X with $1. What do you call a bald porcupine? Pointless. That's crazy, bro. That is crazy. All right, that's fine. We're caught up. We are all caught up. Okay. Shout out to the legends over there on Rumble. I appreciate you guys. We are caught up on YouTube as well. Let us talk about Marathon. We got to talk about Marathon, boys. Let me X this out. Because Bungie has officially responded, ladies and gentlemen. Bungie has officially responded to all of the backlash regarding good old Marathon. It's a great time. So we're going to get into it. We're going to talk about it. Let's go over all this stuff and see what we got. Look at this absolute fucking legend, man. Dark Knight becoming a member. All on his own. Shout out to Dark Knight. I appreciate that, my man. Thank you for becoming a member. Thank you for becoming a member. Bungie will be shut down by the end of the year. I don't agree with that. I don't think that's going to happen. I think that their legacy is too important to Sony. I don't think they want to give that up. And I know you guys are probably saying, what legacy? I'm just saying, you know? All right. We ready to get into this, man? We ready to get into this? Let's talk about this. All right, boys. So Bungie has officially responded to all the hatred and all of the anger and all of the criticism that Marathon has been getting over the last couple of days since the release of their server slam, as they like to put it. And overall, they have some words for the people who have problems with the game. Now, there's been a lot of criticism for Marathon. There's been a lot of shillery for Marathon. There's been a lot of conversation with Marathon overall. People are not very happy with the situation. What I will say right at the beginning of this video is that Marathon is indeed holding on to its numbers better than Highguard did. They are still losing their numbers drastically. What's a little bit scary is that on the weekend, at the time of filming this video, Marathon is at 84,000 players currently playing the game right now with a 24-hour peak of 116,000 and dropping, right? So normally on the weekend, you actually see a rise in players, which is exactly what we saw with Resident Evil. Resident Evil ended up releasing at about 260,000 concurrent players. And then when the weekend showed up, Resident Evil ended up jumping to 320,000 players over on Steam, because that's normally what happens with weekends. However, it seems like people are checking out when it comes to Marathon. And I want you guys to keep in mind that Marathon is currently free to play right now, as they are about to get ready to charge you $40 for this game. Now, the question on everybody's mind is whether or not people are actually going to stick around with this game or not. And due to all the criticism that the game is facing, you have a lot of people that are going out there and saying that you need to stop talking bad about Marathon. One of the ones out here that said something interesting is none other than the most recent famous streamer that goes by the name of the Burnt Peanut. He actually did the meme, which I kind of find to be funny. He ended up repeating what the journalists were saying about Highguard, which is that Highguard is actually truly an amazing video game if you don't have the internet in your ear telling you that it's bad. So essentially, he's kind of repeating, and again, I don't know if he's joking, I don't know if he's trolling, but he's basically repeating the same exact thing that the shills were saying about Highguard. And we all know how Highguard ended up. Here's the video clip that I want to share with you.
Enjoy Marathon? Yes, I actually quite am. You know, Marathon is actually quite an enjoyable game. You don't have a bitch in your ear telling you it sucks.
So he literally did the meme, right? He did what PC Gamer, when they wrote their article by Highguard, when they said that Highguard is actually amazing, if you don't have the internet in your ear saying it's bad, I'm not surprised to see something like this. Now, according to people, I don't know if this is true or not, but according to people, he had #ad in his stream when he was playing Marathon, which means that he is being paid, which would not shock me. He is being paid to play Marathon. He is being paid to shill for Marathon. So whether that's true or not, you guys can verify that if you would like. But at the end of the day, I'm more inclined to believe it, considering the sheer size of this streamer. This is somebody who gets hundreds of thousands of concurrent viewers. I would not be surprised at all if he was being paid to play this game. I have seen these studios pay somebody half the size a lot of money to play their game. Look at Ubisoft. Ubisoft ended up paying Hassan Piker over $100,000 to play Assassin's Creed Shadows for one day, for literally just a couple of hours, right? So I'm not surprised at all. Now, if we end up taking this out here, let's go back to the article talking about Marathon. So we have an article from PC Gamer talking about how Bungie, or actually, I'm sorry, it's Games Radar, talking about how Bungie is responding to the early Marathon complaints about the UI, the PvP is infrequent, the voice chat is not working, amid other issues. Now, I remember saying when I was watching my friend Kata stream the game, that I don't remember seeing anybody use voice chat. I don't remember anybody seeing using proximity chat. Well, apparently it's been broken, which is why nobody was seemingly using it. The UI, voice chat, mouse input, and some hardware issues make up the rest of the list with things that are wrong with the game. Most are actively being worked on, with some great leads on the sporadic voice issues, and the team welcomes feedback, particularly through the Discord server. We've seen reports that PvP isn't frequent enough overall. Reports the Marathon development team Twitter account before providing some advice. Perimeter beginner intentionally infills fewer runners, head to perimeter, and then dire march for a greater challenge. Now, the funny thing is people were responding to this, and they were saying they were going to the dire march, and they were still getting barely any PvP encounters. That the game is essentially a walking simulator or more PvE-focused video game. All right? If you scroll down, it says the team issues a warning not to get overconfident either. The UESC are deadlier than you might think. It will wipe you off the map, thus limiting the lobby's PvP opportunities if you let them swarm. According to Bungie, players are highlighting potential issues in the responses. Unless you know where the other teams are spawning, you won't get much PvP because you won't hear them shooting, says one player. Maybe the fog of war or the sound system is limiting PvP and the overall fun of the game. Now, one of the coolest things about Arc Raiders is that the sound effects play such a huge role in the overall experience of the game. You can literally hear every footstep. You can hear every crack in the ground. Like, you can literally hear everything. And if you're paying attention, it will give you the upper hand. It would allow you to stalk the enemy player and decide whether or not you want to take them out or let them live, or, you know, the human element that this game is missing. Yeah, Arc Raiders doesn't have that problem, right? Overall, the limited use of your senses come up in other comments, as does comparisons to Arc Raiders. I like the idea of the fog of war thing, but it makes the map feel claustrophobic and limited. Another reply states, the scope of Arc Raiders makes you feel like you're an ant in a huge playground. Oh my, I'm so glad he said this. I talked about this the other day in my marathon video, and I'm glad he said this because I agree. When I log into Arc Raiders and I look at the map that I'm playing, you are immediately greeted with a gorgeous map with all kinds of nonsense for you to explore. You can see the overall grand scale of the map. Even if the map is the same size as Marathon, when you log into Arc Raiders and their maps, you feel the scope of the map. And it makes you feel like you are one of many that are in that map that are running around trying their best to extract items and figure out whether or not, you know, another player is going to kill them or not. It's an amazing thing. It really is. So, unfortunately, Marathon doesn't really have that. And I said that when I looked at their maps. The frequency mixed with harsh difficulty spikes is creating a difficult environment. The Marathon PvP feels so sparse. If it wasn't for the robots, you wouldn't need to fire your gun at all, according to some players over on Twitter. I got jumped by a boss. He kept turning invisible and fucking zooming around me. I died so insanely fast, and I had good gear too, one person states. I also had a match where they all swarmed inside of Hauler and cornered me in a bathroom. This weekend probably won't see substantial balancing changes on this front due to time, but it seems like something Bungie will need to revisit before the full release. Now, again, we looked at the numbers, and I'll bring the numbers back up so we can kind of get an idea while we're talking about it. But just looking at the numbers, I think it's pretty safe to say that my estimation of about 70 to 75,000 concurrent players on Steam for the paid version is looking more and more likely. The 24-hour number is starting to drop. The concurrent players are starting to drop. It's starting to get closer and closer. Actually, this is now up right now. The number when I looked earlier today was around 55,000 players. So right now the number actually went up and people are trying the game. It might not even be the same people. Keep in mind, concurrent players doesn't mean it's the same people. It could be new people joining the game after the original people decided to leave and check out of the game. So they have new people joining in. Considering the game is free, it's pretty easy for that to happen right now. Now, one thing I want to talk about that nobody, you know, it's amazing how they just go crazy in the comments. They're like, oh, I think the game is beautiful. One consistent thing that people are having problem with is the way the game looks. They call it an absolute eyesore. Marathon's biggest issue seems to be its poor UI design that's confusing players. I have no idea where I'm at. I have no idea what I'm looking at. The kids are now calling this game font slop. Bro, what is with people attaching the word slop to anything? I don't even know. Now, apparently, we have font slop. So if you have a UI that is just crazy, instead of calling it a crazy, overcomplicated UI, well, now it's called font slop. So I guess we have to adopt this word for the internet. Font slop is what this game is called, right? Marathon has got to be the first font slop video game. According to streamer Kelsky, there are like 20 different combination of fonts, boldness levels, sizes, spacing, all caps versus regular caps, all on one menu page. Just an absolute eyesore. They really need to pull back the whole abstract thing for the UI. But Kelsky isn't the only one to voice their dislike of Marathon's UI. This is hands down one of the most complex menus I've ever seen in my life. Ninja says in a clip posted to socials, I have no idea where I'm at, what I'm looking at. I'm starting to get it, but there's like millions of menus. So even Ninja is out here criticizing this game. There's a lot of big streamers that are criticizing this game. Now, Burnt Peanut is not one of them, but still, there's a lot of people that are criticizing this game, right? So here's what I will say about this. I think that it's safe to say that the numbers that we assumed for Marathon are pretty straightforward, pretty accurate, right? I think they're going to stay exactly where we thought they were going to stay. And whether or not the game actually ends up maintaining its player base is going to be a whole nother conversation. Even the Steam forums right now are having issues, right? They're even trying to claim that it's anti-woke grift. This is my favorite part. I love this. Anything that goes against their opinion is anti-woke grifting. Anything that goes against a game that they're like is right-wing incels. Anything that goes against their ideology is conservative grifting, right? Like everybody's a conservative, apparently. Everybody's an anti-woke grifter, apparently. If you disagree, right? We got to read this. The anti-woke grift. Remember when the Chuds tried getting this game canceled? That never happened, by the way. And the truth is that what got this game canceled wasn't right-wing grifters. It wasn't anti-woke grifters. What got this game canceled in the first place was the fact that Bungie stole fucking art from an artist, you moron. Jesus Christ, these people make the internet their entire ideology. They don't realize that natural, organic dislike for something that people see does not mean that it's anti-woke. It doesn't mean that it's grifting. It doesn't mean that it's all just these like radical agendas according to them, right? What it is that people looked at something and they all collectively decided that looked bad. That was it. You're trying to turn it into this big conspiracy about anti-woke grifters. I'm telling you right now, I promise you the world, okay? I don't know how much I could put on this, but I promise you the world. We're never going to know anyway, so it doesn't matter. But if every single supposed streamer that these people dislike ended up disappearing tomorrow, every single one of them ended up no longer making content tomorrow, you would still have the same problems the next day. Your games will still be dying. People will be trying your game and checking out within an hour. You will still be getting bad reviews. You will still probably be broke. All the problems that are in your life that you currently blame right-wing grifters over, you would still have every single one of those problems the day after those right-wing grifters disappear. Those problems will not disappear. You will still be living the same exact life you're living now. You will just be searching for somebody else to blame for all of your issues. That's how these people live their lives. But anyway, let's read what he has to say. It could be a troll. It could not be a troll. It is the Steam forums, after all. Remember when the Chuds tried getting this game canceled, that it has nothing to do with changing the gaming industry and everything to do with spreading their ideology and lining the pockets of YouTubers that make their living off of fighting against imaginary radical agendas? Again, so what it really comes down to is envy. I've said this so many times. There are people out there that are unbelievably envious of people like Vera Dark, Asmongold, Dr. Disaster, all these, like, they're envy. They cannot ever mention criticism to their content without bringing up money. They have to bring up money because for them, there's no way that you have this opinion without being paid for it. That's how they view life. That's how they view all of this. There's no way that you can genuinely dislike Marathon unless you're being paid to dislike Marathon. That's the cope that these people have in their lives. Anyway, so he name drops Vera Dark, which means he watches Vera Dark. He names drop Asmongold, which means he watches Asmongold. These people watch this content. They actively partake in this content, and then they complain about this content. Dr. Disaster and all the rest of the grifters. Let's try playing games for fun again instead of hating. Again, people would love to play games for fun, but if the game is not fun, they have every right to say it's not fun. You're out here trying to pretend like the game is the most fun thing in the world when there's so many people out there that aren't even right-wing, that are left-wing streamers that are saying the game is boring. And yet you're coping so fucking bad because you don't just want to admit that people don't like the game. Looking forward to playing Marathon. Much love to Bungie and all the true gamers. Oh, yeah, true gamers, guys. True gamers. True gamers. 212 Steam level. Great job. Fantastic job. At least you leveled up your Steam account. You're not a fucking level 0 Steam account. Congratulations. That's amazing. True gamers, ladies and gentlemen. These are the people that will be the first ones that'll go after you and call you not a true gamer the moment you disagree with whatever their ideology is. I don't think anyone is trying to get the game canceled. We're just here with popcorn to watch it fail. He got banned. He got banned because it dared to do what exactly? What is so offensive about Marathon? So what's so offensive about Marathon is that with Marathon, it is trying to pretend, just like High Guard, but more so, honestly, I think it's more the shills that are doing this. Not so much Marathon or Bungie, although Bungie was trying to do it in the beginning. They try to promote this game as something different when it's nothing different, right? They try to promote this game as like the next biggest thing, extraction shooter, extravaganza. It's none of that stuff. It's the same fucking thing you're getting, just worse, right? And they try to use the art style as the means to say the game is different. But when you get down to the core of the game, it is literally just trying to be Arc Raiders, but worse. That's just what it is. You can clearly see the influence that Arc Raiders had on Marathon after they went back to beta and started to change everything. Right? Make slop, get flopped. Yo, that should be a t-shirt. Should I make that a t-shirt? Hey, Grift unlocked. Go into D-cells. Give me the deets. How is it slop? Just so you're aware, whenever these people do this, they call you a grifter and they start asking questions. They're only doing this because they're being extremely disingenuous about it. They don't actually want you to give them details. They don't actually want you to explain why you think it's slop. They just want to keep you talking to get more engagement on their posts. That's all they care about. It's chasing the oversaturated live service extraction shooter trend that nobody asked for. Yeah, by the way, it's about 5 to 10 years late on that. And it didn't want to do anything different outside of the visuals, so that's not enough to push the game, unfortunately. Yet these games are doing very well. Look at Arc Raiders. You cannot compare Arc Raiders to Marathon. You cannot, again, Escape from Tarkov has a long lineage, right? A very long lineage, and it just recently came out on Steam. Aside from Arc Raiders, what other extraction shooter is doing very well? You're trying to take the 1% and you're trying to apply it to the 99% that's out there. You're trying to say, well, Arc Raiders is doing well, so that means that all the extraction shooters are doing well. No, they're not. No, they're not at all. Why should they not be allowed to make their vision of this genre come to light? Are you saying we should restrict creative freedom? That's not a world I want to live in, my dude. Not what I'm saying at all, my dude. They can make whatever they want. Gamers aren't obliged to buy or support it if it doesn't do anything interesting to set itself apart. The devs are liberal people from the U.S. American devs have used up every last bit of goodwill as they, together with every major investing firm, have completely decimated the gaming landscape for 10 or so years now. It is understandable that people are tired of American developers, all while the EU and Japan are eating their lunch. Actually, we made it more welcoming to many different types of people. Whoa. We made it more welcoming? Hold on. Is this an alt account of a developer? Wait, who's we? Wait, who is we, my guy? We made it more welcoming to many types of people. He's talking about American developers, so who is we? Uh-oh. Oh, shit. Do we have a Floridian slip? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Did anybody else catch that? Why didn't the modern audience show up for High Guard? They did, and they left. You literally just described the mentality that produced the evil eye from Wikipedia. Maybe because it isn't a huge studio with a known IP and millions in advertising. Bro, what the fuck are you talking about? It's a brand new studio that was led up by other developers that were part of major video games like Apex Legends and Titanfall. And it was on the Game Awards show with the premiere spot at the end of the show, which cost millions of dollars that they got paid for by Tencent. What the fuck are you talking about? What are you talking about? Wait, so let me understand this. Let me understand this right. So according to this person, because he asked, why didn't the modern audience show up for High Guard? He says because it's not a huge studio with a known IP and millions in advertising. So you mean to tell me that the only time the modern audience shows up is when they're told to. And even then, it doesn't happen. Because, wait, so if they're real gamers, why do they need all the advertising and AAA advertising in the world to be able to know what games are around? If the modern audience truly was a thing, you shouldn't need all the advertising in the world to be able to find games. I find games all the time on Steam without advertising. I don't need advertising. You just go on Steam and start finding games. It sounds like these aren't real gamers after all. And then if you scroll down, it says, yes, I'm an evil economic terrorist because I don't want to financially support devs making slop I'm not interested in. And then he says, then don't go support them and play something you enjoy. May I suggest some Fortnite? Haven't played it and never will. I'm too old. So again, this whole thing about anti-woke grifters ruining the fucking game and all this stuff. Guys, look, a very disappointed game. A soulless game in art style like last DLCs from Destiny 2. They've been forced to make this game type extraction shooter, RIP Bungie. People are not happy. They're just not happy. And the people that are happy are trying to attack the people that are not happy. And they're using them to cope over the reason why they're happy over shit when everybody else is not happy over shit. Marathon is horrible. This game is terrible. It's impossible to know what's going on, what the items are or do, what the guns need, how the abilities work. Nothing is clear to understand. It's just a sloppy mess of a game. It needs a massive overhaul and some kind of tutorial, a way to even understand what's going on at all. Things are just happening. Nothing makes sense. It's not clear what or where I need and why I need to extract, when and how. Who are my enemies? The audio is horrible. All the guns are exactly the same. It's just a jumbled mess. Tried the server slam. It's just a bad experience. The game just throws up colors at you, and it's very hard to understand how the game mechanics work and what needs to happen. Again, for every one positive comment, there's probably 2 negative comments. And they're trying to pretend like the negative comments do not exist. A shame this game is going to fail. I really like the art style, and the gameplay itself is not too bad, but the extraction shooter genre is just too boring and pointless. You can't win. Players don't want to fight, and all your progress gets wiped whenever the devs feel like it. Wish they went for a single-player experience. Maybe they could add a campaign in the future. I think that this is a prime example of the kind of gamer that I told you was going to find Marathon. Right? There's going to be 2 kinds of gamers that find Marathon. The first gamer is going to be somebody who knows what extraction shooters are, and they're down for that kind of genre, right? The second person is going to find Marathon are Bungie shills that have never played an extraction shooter ever, and they have no idea what they're getting into. They're going to come over from Bungie PvE games like Destiny, or even the PvP where you don't lose anything. They're going to come over from those games, and they're going to expect, oh, it's Bungie. I should expect a similar experience. And they're going to come play this game, and they're going to realize what an extraction shooter actually is, and they're going to leave. That's the other side of player that Bungie is attracting to Marathon right now. So, listen, I think at the end of the day, guys, Marathon is going to have a very slow burn. A very, very slow burn. We are clearly seeing the numbers fall off. They're not falling off drastically. Again, I want to reiterate that this game is, in fact, holding on to players better than Highguard did, okay? At least a little bit better. But at the end of the day, there's still 30,000 less than what their all-time peak was just 24 hours ago, and it's the weekend. It's the weekend. The numbers should be going up. They should not be going down, especially with a free-to-play video game right now. They're not charging for money. So once they charge for money and this game actually releases, we're going to see who is going to actually divvy up the $40 and who's not going to divvy up the $40. And I've been calling 70 to 75,000 since the inception of this conversation. So whether I'm right or wrong, I guess we're going to find out about it. But of course, like the video, comment, all that good stuff. Otherwise, you're going to make me sad. And I don't like being sad. Come on, you don't want me sad, right? You don't want me sad. You got to comment on the video. Otherwise, your view doesn't count. Seriously, it's a thing. Hey, shout out to New Blackstreet for the raid. Shout out to New Blackstreet for the raid. Sorry, I was in a segment, my guy. I was in a segment. They're here. New Blackstreet is here. Shout out to New Blackstreet. Welcome. Welcome in. Welcome in. Welcome. I love that clip so much, man. I love that clip so much. That shit is literal perfection. Oh, man. Shout out to New Blackstreet. Welcome in. Welcome in. Let's go over supers real quick. We got Dark Knight again, thank you for becoming a member, brother. I appreciate that. Sonic Win with it too. Will Bungie blame gamers and you for Marathon's flop? They're already doing that. Okay, no, to be fair, you asked about Bungie. Okay. So will Bungie do it? Probably not. Probably not, right? Will Bungie do it? Probably not. Second off, that profile picture is absolutely insane, by the way. It is insane. Why am I kissing Amy? That is disgusting. What the fuck is that? That's insanity. But no, I don't think they're going to do it because here's the thing. Bungie has to stay quiet because they are already in so much trouble that all it takes is one spark and people are going to immediately go after Bungie and remind them of everything they've ever done wrong. And I don't think Bungie wants to deal with that. You know, I don't think Bungie wants to deal with that whatsoever. So I think they're going to stay fairly quiet. I think Sony's going to keep them on a leash because keep in mind, Sony has officially absorbed Bungie, right? Sony bought Bungie, but they let them run independently. But then after the whole art fiasco, Sony absorbed them into PlayStation Studios, and they're like, "You're not running independent anymore. You guys are just fucking retarded. You're not running independent anymore." We got DJ with the 10 membership mega.
Let's fucking go! It's a membership banger!
Shout out to DJ with the 10 membership mega banger. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, my man. I appreciate that. Adair Soto with a 5. You know, Hypno, we can prove this person wrong. You don't need a big corporation, mainstream media to advertise your game. It's that cat game, remember? That's true. That is true. You know what's funny about the whole grifter thing? And again, I don't bother with these people. I haven't bothered with over a year. I haven't bothered with any of these people, bro. Because what you say about me means absolutely fucking nothing. It literally means nothing. I'm going to log in every day. I'm going to do my topics, talk with people, have a good time, talk about video games, talk about the good, the bad, the ugly. And then guess what? I'm going to go and I'm going to play video games, which is what I do every single day. The people who call me grifter, they had like 5 to 10 video games played for the year on their Steam replays. I was at 100, and that was light. And that was because I was focused really hard on a couple of video games that took a lot of my time. Like Deep Rock Galactic Survivor, for example, or Warhammer Inquisitor Martyr, which I was so close to platinuming that game, but that game is a bitch to platinum. But no, I don't give a fuck. I don't care what these people say, and to be fair, when they mention grifters, my name almost never comes up anymore. It used to back in the day, but I think what it was is that they realized that I play video games like twice a day now on streams, and I've been doing that for well over a year, for almost 2 years now. How old is Hypnotic Gaming Live? I think it's 2 years old now, right? It's like, bro, how you gonna tell me I'm not a real gamer, bro? I talk to people about old ass video games all the time. People watch me play video games all the time. I beat them quickly. I beat them quicker than most people do. It's like, the fuck? You know? Doesn't grifter imply that you don't actually believe what you're saying? Exactly. That's actually what it is. Yeah, that you don't believe what you're saying, and you're only saying it for profit or some sort of gain, whether it's financial or whatever. But obviously, it's mostly financial. But that's just what it is, man. Hypno fake gamer confirmed. Yeah, fake gamer confirmed. There you go. Which, by the way, guys, I got my 2 achievements on the Fun House map for Power Washing Simulator, which means we are... How far are we? Let me see. We are... Where is it at? Power Washing Simulator. Come on, bitch. We are 33 out of 40. 33. I'm 7 achievements away from platinuming Power Washing Simulator. I have... How many hours? 70.1 hours in Power Washing Simulator 2. Son of a bitch. Hypnotic, you became the kid in the back of the class who plays a Game Boy and doesn't get into drama. That's exactly what I do, bro. That's exactly what I do. Because keep in mind, like I used to love arguing with people when I first started my YouTube channel. I used to love it. I did. I'm not going to lie to you. I used to love it. But as time went on, I realized that it literally does nothing. It does nothing. All it does is get people off that want to get the negative attention. It just gets them off. And for me, it's like I waste my time. You know how many of my conversations that I've had with people, I feel like at the end of the stream, I feel like I wasted my time. You know, I think to myself, it's like, okay, was the conversation good? Sure. But I could have been playing a game or something instead of wasting my fucking time for like 3 hours arguing with someone who's not going to change their mind, who doesn't want to change their mind, and just wants you to confirm the version of you in their head that they have. That's really what it is. That's really what it is. Like they want you to confirm in their mind what they think about you. And then the moment you start making them realize that you're not actually like that, they will pivot the conversation to try to make you sound like the version of you that they have in their mind. So I'm just like, I don't know. Maybe I just got old. Like I keep saying that all the time. Maybe I just got old. I just don't care. I just want to talk video games with people that want to talk video games. You want to talk video games? I'm down. If you're going to bring up some random nonsense, I'm going to be like, sir, this is the Wendy's. And order your burger or get the fuck out. I don't know. What are you talking about, you grifter? Yeah, I know. Anyway, shout out to Adair Soto. I appreciate that, my man. And then we got DJ with a $50 mega banger. I'm going to give you a special clip for that one.
Good moo! Oh, you found your moo! Good job! Where'd that come from? Oh, wow.
Shout out to DJ with a $50 mega banger. He says, yes, Hypno, let Sonya ban me. Or I can make a hundo ask you to say that. Your choice. I'll take the hundo. I'm sorry, Sonya. I'm sorry, Sonya. We love you out here, but it's Friday, man. We got griff. They're calling me a grifter, so I gotta see it through. I gotta see it through, Sonya. I'm sorry. I gotta take the hundo. I'm sorry, Sonya. She's screaming, why? I'm sorry. It's Friday. We're getting close to the... Yeah, exactly. Dark Knight says, get that bag. Hypno, thank you. See? Why do I hate you? I don't hate you, Sonya. I don't hate you. I'm sorry. I'm saying sorry. Now she's going to throw the fucking chocolate at me, and it's going to be one of those things, man. Hey, DJ, no, seriously, thank you for the 50, bro. You don't got to drop a hundo. I appreciate that. Thank you for the 50. We got beautiful Zexel with a 2 says Sonic Wind needs to repent for that profile picture. I agree. 100%. Adair Solta with a 10. You could never change your opinion no matter how much you try to realize there's no helping them. You might as well play video games or work out or drink Coke. They're delicious with a steak as well. Bro, stop with the Coke shit. We're not drinking Coke here. This is the only thing that we are anti-Cassie on. We're not drinking Coke. You want that nasty-ass Coke? You're going to go to Cassie's stream. But I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. And yeah, I mean, again, I've realized, I'll tell you this. Once I stopped that and I focused more on like just playing video games, because again, I always played video games almost every day, right? That's just how I've been for fucking decades. And you know, when I was younger, my video games of choice were mostly MMORPGs. That's what I played every day for like hours, bro. It was terrible. It was terrible, but it was amazing at the same time. Nowadays, I like to play a little bit of everything. I try my best to try to play a little bit of everything because I'm discovering genres that I never thought I would like. And a lot of that came from you guys, by the way. A lot of you guys recommended games that I never thought I would like. And here I am with fucking 70 hours in Power Washing Simulator 2. Like, what the fuck? You know what I mean? So I appreciate you guys for that. Thank you so much for that, you know? But I realized that I just like playing video games more, man. Hypnotic, what are you, 50? I'm 70. 70 years old. My bones are broken. They hurt. It hurts to stand. It hurts to stand. Back in my day. Oh, god damn it. You didn't actually have to drop the 100. You didn't have to drop the 100, man. Holy shit. DJ with a $100 Red Boy Ultra Hyper Banger. Well, it's not an Ultra Hyper Banger. It's a Hyper Banger. Ultra Hyper Banger is $200 or more. But a Red Boy Hyper Banger says, here we go, and then says that disgusting word. You know what? I'm going to say the word. You ready? All right, here we go. 3, 2, 1.
I say over and over and over again, I hate being alive. I hate being alive. I hate breathing. I hate being alive. I'm in tremendous pain. I'm in tremendous pain. Help me, help me, help me. I'm in so much pain. I'm in so much pain. I'm in so much.
All right, boys, we got another Red Boy hyper banger. Let's bring the ladies in.
Shout out to DJ. Thanks so much for the Red Boy Hyperbanger. I appreciate that. I did say I prefer the Red Boy. I did say that. I didn't say I prefer the Red Boy, and I'm going to say the word because I'm not going to say the word. But I did say I prefer the Red Boy. So thank you. I appreciate that. Because apparently that got us a tier 2. Shout out to DJ and all of you for helping us get to tier 2 for the 267th stream in a row. That is amazing, my man. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. And now you got, because of this $100 Red Boy, you have Sonia literally yelling at me in the chat. She's yelling at me in the chat. It's insane. Benjamin with a 2. Hey, Hypnotic, you play the manga simulator demo yet? No. I don't play demos. I'll play it when it comes out. Adair's Holton with a 2. We're sorry, Sonia. Crossing our finger. Cozy Gooner with a 2. The game industry will heal after a few more flops. I still think we're a couple of years out, for sure. Adair Soto with a 5. Hypnotic is so old, you can hear his kneecaps crunching. Isn't that right? Yes. Yeah, sometimes. Sometimes. Most of the time, no. But every once in a while, you get a certain angle. Ouch. It's not good. I think we're good. Let me check. Yeah, we're good. We're good on Rumble. All right, boys, listen. Couple things. Number one, obviously we got to do the waifu battle. We're not going to not do the waifu battle because, well, we didn't do the waifu battle last time, and we ended up getting fucking felted for a video game that it wasn't even worth it. It could have been worth it. I was trying to have fun playing the game, but then it kept crashing. So there's that. So we got to do the waifu battle. If you are not going to hang out with the with us for the waifu battle, then I implore you to please go check out the stream. We're going to be streaming tonight. We're going to be streaming Neo 3. We're trying to close out the month strong. We are going back to Neo 3. We are not going to be playing Resident Evil Requiem. I apologize for those of you that were looking forward to that. But unfortunately, until I figure out what's wrong, I got to play something that's stable. And, well, everything else is stable except for Requiem. So we're going to go back to Neo 3, and we're going to finish, or try to finish that game, make some progress. I put the link in YouTube, and I also put it in Rumble as well. So you guys could go check that out in the meantime. I would appreciate it. Thank you so much again. Well, actually, here's the easier link. This is the easier link. There we go. Yeah, there we go. That's the easier link. So check that out in the meantime. And if you haven't seen my video today, I also released a video talking about Marathon. I'm going to release a video again tomorrow talking about Marathon. And obviously, SNH is tomorrow, 8 p.m. For those of you that are curious before you leave, tomorrow's battle is going to be officially, because the panel pretty much voted on this for the most part. The battle tomorrow is going to be Ninja Turtles versus Power Rangers. Which group is the better group? So make sure you guys join us tomorrow on SNH. That's going to be the SNH battle tomorrow. Ninja Turtles versus Power Rangers. So either go watch my video today or hang out with us at the Neo3 stream tonight or whatever you want to do. Doesn't matter. Come hang out with us. It's gonna be a good time. It's gonna be a good time. So that's fucked up. How is that fucked up? What, Ninja Turtles versus Power Rangers? I think it's gonna be a good battle. I think people can argue for either or. I like both of them. Which Power Rangers? We're gonna go with OG. We're gonna go with OG teams, right? OG Ninja Turtles, OG Power Rangers. All the OG stuff. So it's gonna be a good time. So make sure you guys join us tomorrow for SNH, 8 p.m. Eastern. Do not miss it. It's gonna be a lot of fun. But in the meantime, go hang out at the Neo3 stream if you want. And I'll see all you guys later who are not going to. We're talking. I mean, we could talk live action or cartoon. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Most likely live action, though, because Power Rangers live action. It doesn't matter. You're voting for the team. Okay? It doesn't matter. Which franchise do you like more? Power Rangers or Ninja Turtles? I think it's going to be a good battle. All right. In the meantime, let us get into the waifu battle, boys. Let's have some fun. Let's do our thing, and then we will move on to the Neo 3 stream. And if you're not going to join us for any of that content, you're gay, but I still appreciate you. Holy shit. Fallen Angel for 30 months. I reached the big 30 months. 30 months, hell yeah. Hope tonight's challenger is a new one. Of course, they got the Latino Hypno doing yard work. Sounds about right. 30 months is insane, Fallen Angel. Thank you so much for 30 months, man. That's crazy. Thank you so much for that. Ron DFK with a 2 big bad Beetleborgs for the win. Bro, Beetleborgs. Wow. Talk about memories, man. Beetleborgs is crazy. All right, let's go. All right, boys, waifu battle is here. Now, if you guys missed the last waifu battle, it was a little bit of a feltoning. But at the end of the day, Mai is still the waifu battle champion. Now, before we bring out the challenger, let's go over the rules of engagement. Rule number 1. All super chats during the waifu battle can and will count towards a particular waifu, but the only way that it is going to count is if you put the name of the waifu in the super chat first. You gotta put the name first. If you do not put the name of the waifu in the super chat first, then it will not count. It doesn't matter how big they are. If you super chat after the fact and you put the name of the waifu you forgot to put the first time first, then I will make it count. Rule number 2. You could vote for any waifu regardless of who's on the screen. It doesn't matter. You could vote for the champion, who is Mai, or you could vote for the challenger, who you're about to find out. It doesn't matter who's on screen at the time. Last but not least, after the second waifu comes off screen, I'm going to do a 30-second countdown. After that 30-second countdown, no more super chats are going to count. It doesn't matter how big they are. The last super chat that's going to show up on my screen is going to be the one that counts. So please, if you're going to vote, vote early and vote hard, ladies and gentlemen. Do we understand the rules? There will be no understanding of the rules, but that doesn't mean the rules don't exist. All right, boys, listen. Today's challenger was supposed to be yesterday's challenger, and the reason why I'm bringing her out is because, well, she got name dropped. She got name dropped as a potential battle against Mai, and she hasn't been in the waifu battle for a little while now. So I figured, why not bring her out and see if she could take on Mai? Because I feel like she's the opposite of Mai in a very freaky way. All right, boys. The challenger that's going to go up against good old Mai is going to be none other than the one and the only legendary, one of my favorite characters in Street Fighter to fuck people up with. Jury, ladies and gentlemen, let's start the clock and let's see who is going to win. Is it going to be Mai or is it going to be Jury? Let me know in the super chats below. We got Dr. Spike is here with a 10, says Hinata, hail Hypnotic and bigots, what rules? We have rules. We have rules, sir. Rules that you never follow. You, Trey Burkhalter, DJ, you guys never follow the rules. I swear. Shout out to Dr. Spike. Welcome in, my man. Hope you've been good. We got Deadeye's Lock with a 2 over on Rumble. Says, my love is so undeniable. My gooning level is over 10,000. All right, fair enough. Fair enough. I can respect that. BioT Wolf with a 10 says, I am not a foot person. I mean, we're not really showing feet here. This is not a Kata stream, but I understand. I understand. I wasn't really looking at that. I was kind of looking above, but you know what I'm saying? It's fine. It's fine. Thank you for the 10. We got Rajoka with a 2. Bring Ivy Valentine into WB Hypno. I've brought Ivy Valentine into the waifu battle multiple times. She's actually been champion as well. I don't know if you're aware of that, but she's been champion, so there's that. Gray Soul with a 2 says, Jury, not a foot guy, I swear. You sound like Crash Collins when he was trying to convince people he's not a furry. Alucard with a 2 says, Jury, leg lock love. Bricked. Let's go. Let's go. Appreciate that, man. We got Mr. Melancholy dropping a 2, says, my and the cantaloupes are the apples of my eye. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. It's a pretty even split right now. We got Jury lovers out here and we got my lovers out here. It can go literally any way right now. It can go any way right now. Weenie for Sweetie says, okay, a couple of gays already. Oh, man. John D says, no lie, I was expecting the opponent to be flat as a board when you said opposite. No, I'm talking about like visuals and personality and stuff, you know? That's what I'm talking about. Toxin with a 5. Jury, I'm not a foot guy, but I'd clip some nails with my teeth. And what the fuck? Ew. 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 Bro, what are we doing? What are we doing, man? Holy shit. That's disgusting. Oh, man. Leave it up to Toxin to ruin the goon. Leave it up to Toxin, bro. I swear. This man had to flat out ruin the fucking goon, bro. Exactly, Sonya. Brother, ew. Brother, ew. God damn, man. I need a Brother Ill clip. That's going to be the next one. I'm going to make a Brother Ill clip. For sure. That's nasty, bro. iDog says that is Jury a favorite of Kata? Yes. Yes, you didn't know that? Kata loves Jury. DJ says he's conflicted. Oh, wow. We have DJ conflicted. This is interesting. Okay. All right. This is interesting. This is interesting. Deadarier says Rumble needs to fix its jank. Yes, I agree. I agree. All right, boys. It's time to bring out the current waifu battle champion, who is none other than Mai. Ladies and gentlemen, let's start the clock and let's see who is going to win. Is it going to be Mai or is it going to be Jury? You guys let me know. Right now, it's a fairly close waifu battle. It's literally anybody's game right now. So we'll see how this ends up. We'll see how this ends up, man. Sonya is yelling at DJ. Don't fucking start. Jesus. DJ knows that Mai is the basic gooner ass choice. Oh, shit. Oh, boy. Mai is basic bitch? Is that what you're saying? Damn. All right. Well, there you go. There you go. It's crazy. Hickory Excalibur with a $49.99 mega banger, putting Mai decently in the lead now and says, just so we beat back these feet demons from winning. Damn. The feet people are getting felted right now. They're getting they're getting felted. Thank you, Hickory Excalibur. I appreciate that. He called you guys foot demons. Piranha Pal says, well, Mai's here, so this is over. Not necessarily. You never know, Piranha Pal. You never know. It's not. Oh, man. People are calling it over. Oh, man. It's over now, chat. Oh, man. Oh, man. That's it? That's it? Damn, bro. Damn. Is that it? Mai is just going to get that 50 banger and that is it? Just an epic win? It's crazy. Ali Kusanagi's bringing out the popcorn. I appreciate that, man. DJ Conic is hyped over there on Rumble. Hype, 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 hype. Let's go. Let's go. What are jury's numbers? I'm not sure. The mods know, but I know it's not looking good. That $50 banger from Hickory Excalibur, that put Mai decently in the lead. So it's not looking too good right now, boys. It is not looking too good. Jury is going to need a savior and a big one on top of that. But we'll see. You never know. She could kick her way to success. And then we could all end up surprised. We will find out, boys. We will find out. We got Alucard with a 2, says, Jury, I have a statue of her from Street Fighter 6. Nice. I've always wanted to get like semi-realistic figures of Street Fighter characters. I just thought it would be really cool to have, but I never did it. Toxin with a 10 says, Jury for the Foot Clan. Toxin is out here trying to keep the feet alive. We're trying to keep the feet alive. Nice job, Toxin. I appreciate that. We got Raza over on Rumble with a 10 says, Jury, Jury, Jury. I don't know about feet, but that picture is great. Thank you. I appreciate that. Nice job, Raza. Raza's voting for the challenger today. And then Hickory Excalibur with a 1999 says, nah, where's your fighting spirit, people? I don't know. They might be giving up. Who knows, man? You might be scaring them, Hickory. You might be scaring them, Oh, wait. Abhorrent Soul with a $50 mega banger over on Rumble says, Jury, I'll play like Smash JT. Button smash with my forehead. Randomly move the joystick and hope a super move happens. Holy shit. Yo, that is hilarious, bro. Abhorrent Soul just dropped a $50 mega banger over on Rumble for Jury. Shout out to Abhorrent Soul. I appreciate that. My Ali Kusanagi. Ali Kusanagi dropped a $50 mega banger for Mai over on YouTube. Shout out to Ali Kusanagi. I appreciate that. Dr. Spike just dropped a $50 mega banger over on Rumble for Jury. We have counters happening right now. Literal counters happening right now. Holy shit. Whoa. All right. Well, I wasted enough time. I gave you lagging people enough time. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Waiting on Rumble, 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 waiting. And that is it.
Waifu Battle Belt is mine!
Jesus Christ. Holy shit. Wow. Okay, hold on. A lot of craziness just happened. Wait. Hold on. DJ dropped a $100 Red Boy hyper banger for Jury, not because I wanted to, but vengeance for Aerith. I hate the pores. Bro, Bro, this guy, swear to God, bro. Shout out to DJ with the $100 Red Boy Hyperbanger. I got to play you a clip. Fighter 4 with a $55 Mega Banger says, my jury is out on this one. She will be defeated. Bro, this is crazy. This is going to be a close one. This is going to be a close one. And then on Rumble, we had Dr. Spike drop another $50 Mega Banger for jury. Holy shit, boys. Holy shit, man. This is insane. And unfortunately for Hickory Excalibur, the 1999 from my did not count. But I appreciate the $20 banger regardless, my guy. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. Wow. Dr. Spike was dropping $50 rapid fires. Hickory, Ali, Fighter 4, dropping $50 rapid fires. Jesus. All right. Sonia, count it up. In the meantime, count it up. We're going to play a clip for DJ again. And this time I'm going to play his favorite one.
All right, boys, we got another Red Boy Hyper Banger. Let's bring the ladies in.
Shout out to every single one of you guys, man. Holy shit, what a night. That was an epic battle. That was a literal epic battle, man. Dr. Spike. Everybody spam the Dr. Spike emojis, man. Spam the Dr. Spike emojis. Drop it a 10 banger. Says Hinata forever, no rules. This man does not want no rules. He's still voting for Hinata. I can only imagine. Ever since Hinata stopped being champion, Dr. Spike left us. He's like, all right, my job is done. My job is done. I made fucking Hinata the #1 waifu. My job is done. I can now rest. Hey, man, shout out to Dr. Spike. Thank you so much for the 10. I appreciate that, man. We're going to play some music. Feed the ducks, boys. Feed the eagles. Feed the ducks and the eagles. Oh, shit. The numbers are in already. Hold on. Damn. Fucking felt it, man. She absolutely kicked her ass. Sonia's got the numbers out there. And according to the numbers, we got Mai at $178.56. Against Jury, lightning fast kicks at $281 flat, which means the winner and the new waifu battle champion is none other than the one and the only Jury, ladies and gentlemen. God damn, felt it. Let's play the music, boys. Damn. Felt it. Coping and thieving. Coping. Let's do it one more time. Coping. There's a lot of people coping and seething right now, boys.
You are coping and seething. You just can't accept what you're seeing. Yes, you're coping and seething. The truth is scalding, and now you are molding. soaring so high. Coping and seething.
And that's going to be it for the waifu battle. Jury's going to go backstage. She will face off against another waifu this Sunday. Hypnocast, 9 p.m. Do not miss it, boys. She's going into the next month as the brand new waifu champion. So next month, we're starting with a brand new waifu champion. Let's see how long of a streak she can have. I don't know if it's going to be very long, but we'll see. We'll see how that turns out. And then Dr. Spike dropping a 5 memberships, bro. Holy shit.
Fucking go! It's a membership banger!
Shout out to Dr. Spike. I appreciate the 5 membership banger, my man. I don't know if you've been able to see all the funny new things I added on Grifcast. The first Resident Evil stream we had was fucking insane. Like, I had to lower the volume and stuff like that. It's so funny, man. It's so funny. If you come by our stream, and if you'll see when somebody gives a super chat or something, it's just fucking hilarious, man. All right, boys. Thank you, Dr. Spike. I appreciate everybody spam Dr. Spike emojis. Shit, he dropped it on Rumble as well, bro. Wait, he just dropped a 5 membership banger over on Rumble. The fuck's going on?
Fucking go! It's a membership banger!
Shout out to Dr. Spike. Holy shit, man. Dropping memberships everywhere. Spreading the love. Appreciate that, man. Thank you so much for the memberships over on Rumble. Look at all the green alerts over on Rumble. You love to see it. You love to see the green alerts. You guys got Dr. Spike emojis over there too. So make sure to use them. All right, boys, listen. Tonight we're going to be playing some Neo 3. So we're going to rate ourselves over there. I need some time to edit. So I'm going to drop the link right now in the chat. If you guys want to come hang out and watch us play some Neo 3, you are more than welcome to. We're going to have a good time, and we're probably not going to end up crashing like crazy like we did with Resident Evil Requiem. So thank you guys so much. I appreciate all the support. Shout out to everybody who liked the stream, commented, spammed the chat, super chatted, gifted memberships, gifted games, everything. I appreciate it. And of course, shout out to the Hypno mods for doing what they do every single day. Sonia, thank you so much. I appreciate it. And I will see every single one of you on the next one tonight or tomorrow. Don't miss SNH Ninja Turtles versus Power Rangers. Don't miss it. I think that battle is going to be a lot more epic than last week's. So come hang out, and I'll see you guys on the next one, whether it's tonight or tomorrow. Until then, go be bigots, and of course, go be gooners. Bye.
I am not gay. I have relationships with women and sex with men. And I got news for you. That means you gay.
Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
Her dog, or her cat, was named Vagina.
Put a ticket in Maker Gang! Fuck Indiana Jones, put a ticket in Maker Gang! Fuck Indiana, put a ticket in Maker Gang! It means put a chicken in it we eat and make her fucking gang! Fucking pronouns! Fucking pronouns!
I bring life. I bring life. I bring life. I bring life. I bring life.